All right. In that case, Will,
Hey,
what happened last time on Ebon Ward?
last time on Ebon Ward, Dia had a nightmare where she was held captive in the plane of fire by a massive molten steel creature that presented her the shell of Addis. As the creature reached out to her, she was awoken by Nash pounding on the door, and the two went downstairs to speak with Duchess, who informed them of everything Jasper learned about Errol. Duchess then gave them 2,000 platinum to help upgrade their gear and prepare for the heist. They discussed possible ways to get ready and decided to start the day by reaching out to the Lurie family about a vaccine for the Hersif butterflies. Carthian's father, Karstock Lurie, was ecstatic about the Ebon Ward in his home and agreed to provide them the vaccine. His only request being to do their best to avoid making it obvious they entered any establishments through butterflies, as it could drastically impact his relationships in the city and his family with the Hersifs. After he gave them each a shot, Betsy, a super telekinetic cow, escaped from her small habitat cell and into the yard. The group leapt into action and were tossed around, beaten with apples, and even hurled dozens of feet into the air. Nash was able to sprint back to the basement to procure a sedative for Redpath to administer, while Dia and Maze distracted Betsy. With that madness out of the way, the rest of the day belongs to the party. Where we left off. Very, very simple day. You guys are over here at the moment.
You'd call that simple?
So the real question is,
Easy.
what do you guys want to do now? It's probably like late morning, probably like 11, maybe noon.
Okay.
So you've still got plenty of options. You can also obviously ask Duchess for any guidance because she is still walking with you and she has her little umbrella.
Well, out of character, what were some of the other ideas that were bandied around yesterday morning?
Actually, it's still this morning, actually.
Or, wait, sorry, yeah, I meant this
Previous stream.
stream morning.
So Duchess had suggested the possibility of getting uniforms that match the Hersif guard attire. There's also the possibility of speaking with an alchemist. There's talking to the magical item shop as well. There is reaching out to the prison to see if you can make contact with Orthel.
Oh, yeah.
As well as anyone else that might be there that's been imprisoned for trying to break into the Horde of House Hersif. There's a few different things that you can do.
I think my interest is most captured by seeing if we can get anything out of prisoners.
Okay.
But here's the question.
Yes.
Do we want to go back to jail so quickly after seeing Mr. Rivaldi recently? Do you think that if he is there, he will be mad?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, he definitely doesn't like us.
We probably want to swing by when we are confident he won't be there.
I think also just a minor side point. I think Maze needs to deliver his play.
Yes, I do still need to
Yes.
swing by Matthias at some
Because
point.
it was a whole have this done by the morning.
Oh,
so-
yeah, okay. I guess we should do
Okay.
that next then, while it is still technically morning.
Yeah,
Sure.
okay.
Let's see here. If that is the case, let me move some maps around just so I have access to them more easily.
Of course.
Bum bum bum.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
Ping. And you can all see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no. There really isn't any like security just because right now it's very strictly just like auditions still for the most part. It looks like this is the part where it's like, all right, these are the callbacks. We're gonna see of these folks who will take certain roles and
Round
whatnot.
2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
Oh
they're...
god,
Oh, go on.
Dia, can you prestidigitate us? We smell like cows and dirt.
I think it's got... Well, no, alright, I can see those scents not being appreciated among the
you were
finer.
literally pelted by apples. You were just covered in stickiness.
Most of the apples didn't break. I didn't get apple juice on me. But I won't fight you on this, alright. Presto, go away, cow odoro.
Oh, thank god.
Do you want me here? I can leave if you want.
You can come in if you like.
Well, I smell all of the time, and I don't think Presti Presto is going to fix it very well.
Well, see, here's the difference, is that this is something we can change, and with you, it's not. So if they're going to be rude about it, then fuck them.
I guess you're not wrong. She just kind of like twirls her umbrella.
Have you met Matthias Ledoux before?
Duchess thinks about that. No, the name sounds familiar though, or at least Ledoux.
Oh, well, you might have met a different Matthias Ledoux then. Or
I've been around for a while. I've been around for a while, but I normally keep to myself for the most part, just because, she gestures to herself, I stand out.
I'm not much of a party girl.
No.
Well, it's up to you. I think it would be neat just for the roll the dice for the 2% chance that we go in and you realize that Matthias was your old college roommate under a different name or something.
I doubt that very much, but sure, why not? And she leads the way, and she actually holds the door open.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now Nash holds the door open for her.
Oh,
Or at least he tries to.
such a gentleman. And she just smiles and walks on through. Really appreciated that. You come in and you see these two people on stage, just going back and forth with this big duet, and you notice Matthias is like weirdly focused. This is business for them.
Right.
And you notice that next to them is Marigold and once again Lucine Delta, who is also like rapidly taking notes down.
Okay, if that's the case, then Maze, maybe you should just hand this to Chadork, and then Chadork can pass it off to them. Later.
Chadork looks over. Hey guys!
Maze's face screams, God fucking damn it. Like,
These two just pause their singing.
Terribly
Chadork.
sorry, just a moment.
Oh no, it's totally fine. These are my friends. Hi. They just turn around and look at you.
Chadwick, this is a theater. You understand it's a theater, right? You don't need to shout.
Yeah, it's not a library, so we can talk.
Okay.
So, take 5 minutes. You guys have been doing a marvelous job, and we've been at this all morning. So, and these two kind of like come to the edge of the stage and sit down and start chitty-chatting with the other actors. So, what brings you to my theater? Oh, by chance have you? They look you up and down, Maze.
I have. We had an arrangement, as frantic as it may have been.
They stand up and extend their hand. Might I take a gander at this magnum opus, by chance?
Sure. Maze takes it out, hands it to Matthias. I'm not terribly musically inclined, and musical theater is not really my area of expertise, so I wouldn't even know where to put song breaks in here, so I think that would be more your area, but... So that's gonna be lacking, but other than that...
As you mentioned that, the Samir woman actually stands up. Well, actually, that's more my territory, if you don't mind. Pardon me, dear. And she scoots on by Marigold, and I'll actually just plop her here. She looks over the script with Matthias, and you know she's actually fairly tall, and takes a gander. Yeah, the breaks in here are might need a little more space. And actually, I really appreciate that you wanted to get back into the song so quickly. That is lovely. It's not too often to see, but I think there can be a little more breathing room. Besides that, here, Matthias, you take a look at the dialogue, and yes, of course, you take the songs. It makes the most sense. Have you by chance met Lucine Delta?
I don't think I've had the pleasure.
Oh, goodness. Do you actually know? Oh, that is so refreshing. She extends her hand. I am Lucine Delta. I'm known as the Siren around here. And she extends her hands, and you notice that she's got these lovely Instead of rings, she has these little metal claws on her long
The
opera
Dia
glove.
special,
Dia
yeah.
fashion,
And she very gently shakes your hand, and while you're talking to her, there's always this constant, very soft, like waterfall sound, because her hair is always rushing downwards. And she looks it over. I must say, I am not familiar with Maze Myers when it comes to musicals and comedies and such, but a little new blood is always appreciated around here.
I've never really dabbled properly, but I do have at least a certain sort of experience in this medium.
Let's see here. Let me borrow this song, if you don't mind. And she just walks on up on stage. And while you guys are just chitty-chatting, she is just going to start performing one of the songs.
Wow.
Perform.
Dia kind of leans over and asks, I didn't know Maze wrote songs.
Ooh.
It is immediately apparent why she is known as the Siren. She has looked over this song for less than like 30 seconds, and it's perfect. There is no hesitation. It's stunning. And normally,
And she has thoroughly managed to derail our attention of this conversation.
Yeah,
Well-
and Dia leaned over and was like, I didn't know Maze was writing this stuff, and Nash was about to say, and then she starts singing.
Yeah, like, boom, all eyes on her. What were we talking about? Who knows?
Well, what's great is that Matthias is like, yeah, no, she does that all the time. So what I'm looking at here is I find this part here positively fascinating. So, from what I'm gathering, how would you go about with the person behind the waterfall? What creature do you think they are?
Well, there's certainly a lot of room for creative license in there. I suppose, again, I would sort of have to defer to your own expertise here. What would these fine people... What is the most that they would be willing to look at? How monstrous can you go before it becomes too much of a grotesque eyesore for, theater?
It's at that point that Lucine actually finishes belting it out, and she interrupts herself. Might I make a suggestion, actually? Now, this story is beautiful, but why on earth does it need to be a monster on the other side? What about a little bait and switch?
I said, what about a little baby?
By that I mean, take for example, there are sometimes individuals who might be intimidating if you don't really know who they are, or maybe in appearance is frightening, but once you get to know them, they are truly majestic and beautiful. You know what I mean? I'm thinking along the lines of, well, she gestures, a siren, perchance, or the normal interpretation, the correct interpretation of mermaids, things of the sort.
That seems reasonable and appropriate given our geographical location.
Exactly. And I might have a suggestion for who could be behind that waterfall.
A part made for you, it seems.
Oh, not at all. My protege. And she gestures over to Marigold. And Marigold points to herself. Me? Why not, dear? You said you've been wanting to get back on the stage for quite some time, and you've been nervous about your reception. But if they can't see who you are the whole time, and they just hear that magnificent voice you got going on there, when it's revealed and they realize just how gosh darn beautiful and perfect you are, well, I think that'd be quite the fun surprise. Marigold thinks about that. Maybe. I don't want to steal a role just because, you suggested it. Matthias throws a hand up. I mean, I'm not opposed to the idea, but really, it should come down to a writer's decision as well. And obviously, we'll have a bit of a vote here, but I'm not opposed to that. And they look over to you, Maze.
Well, it would be unbecoming to cast you in anything without an audition.
Marigold nods, and Lucine stands up and does a twirl. Oh my, absolutely! No, you're absolutely right. We should absolutely have a audition for us. My apologies. I got ahead of myself because, reading these songs over a bit more, I think there's really something here. And honestly, I love the idea of making some of these bigger songs for a lower register. I think that would be positively exciting. And Marigold, you notice, has like a little smile. She's liking the possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
A smile.
Oh.
Wow.
She gestures for Marigold to come up on stage, and she actually moves fairly quickly. She doesn't just climb up on stage like Lucine, who like basically does a flip onto the stage.
Right, no, of course. It is... Clearly she just doesn't have the right height or strength to vault onto the stage, as you would, given every possible opportunity to do so.
Yeah. And these two just start talking with one another, and she's like kind of pep talking Marigold, and you can see like Lucine's actually like shaking her, like, come on dear, don't you worry. Now this part's a little tricky, the rhyme scheme's a little goofy, we might have to fix that later.
That young boy made some goofy rhymes.
Like machine and tangerine, like I feel like it does rhyme, but like, why?
Look, the rhyme dictionary's great and all, but we can do a little better.
Nash, you have to tell me if machine rhymes with tangerine right now. It's 5 a.m.
Answer the question!
Matthias looks back over to you. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna have you roll for a linguistics or anything like that, just because Maze has been around theater like his whole fucking life.
We also took like a very generous portion of the night to do this, so it's not inappropriate to take 20 given all the help and experience that would be around.
Yeah, and literally like the only things that they wish to like modify are more like nitpicks, and more just like, oh, we don't say that around here, and things like humor you might have picked up from Errol or something is like, yeah, it doesn't translate here as well.
Or humor you picked up at Assassin, so it's a bit too dark.
Yeah, no, like Matthias even like, listen, I'm all for dark comedy, but this is a bloodbath. Let's be real. Like, points to another page.
Now, tell me, why does the man get beheaded in the third act?
And then they kick his head? I get audience interaction, fabulous idea, but maybe a different path might be the way to go.
If you say so. This is what a second pair of eyes is for, after all.
No, exactly, no. And again, Mr. Myers, I must admit, they hold the script out in front of them and kind of wrap an arm around you. I was a little hesitant because when you came up to me, it was just like a caveman going, me make fire, and I wasn't really sure what you were doing, but now that I have the evidence, yes, this is not shabby at all.
Caveman did indeed make fire.
Caveman did make fire, but it was threatening for a while.
Well, I'm glad I was able to deliver in some capacity. I hope this will at least make you consider what this was all for.
What? Oh! Yes!
Yes!
Oh, man. I even thought this morning when I was getting off of the boat, I was like, oh, hey, and just didn't even think about it. Sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that, and especially with the combination of Redpath's assistance, if not only you need that person hidden, I'm happy to assist in other locations as well. I mean, it's a big theater.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes. But they look over their shoulder. Don't think you're off the hook. I enjoyed your cooking, and honestly, I really enjoyed the company.
Redpath is just like chatting with Chador.
Chat.
Yeah. Thumbs up.
Yeah, you're talking to Chatter. Yeah, it's called a tricep.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
It's weird because I've only got 2 of them. Bicep, I get. I've got 2. Like things about it.
Vet just puts a hand on his face.
On his face.
On his own face!
Oh,
Just like, oh, Chadwick, you're so
Oh,
stupid.
Chadwick!
oh, sweet baby Chadork.
Yeah, Maze's attention is turned to the stage. So, Marigold is her name?
Yes, Marigold. She's a sweet young girl, and she actually was a performer at our theater for quite some time. I don't know the whole story, but there was a lot of, like for a better term, there's a lot of trauma, and it started to moulder a bit. And most unfortunately, it focused itself on her voice, which was kind of a downward spiral for a while there. She's looking so much better thanks to Lucine. And you see that Lucine is once again like wrapping an arm around her and pointing at the paper, and they're like conversing, and she shakes her again. That's a great idea. That rhymes a lot better. Let's try that.
That's nice. It's good to have a mentor that you can lean on.
And there's no better one. Honestly, I was shocked that Ms. Delta herself would get involved like this, but I couldn't be happier.
Well, she seems like sort of a big deal around here.
She is a massive deal, and the fact you didn't know is wild. Actually, for you, Maze,
go on.
I think because you are so involved with entertainment, I'm sure you've heard of Lucine Delta in some capacity.
Probably just like in passing at some points, like, yeah, no, I just couldn't place the name is all. The voice though, no, that's, yep. There's not a lot I could say about it. I would butcher any description I tried, I'm sure.
You haven't heard of Lady Gaga?
You haven't heard of Lady Gaga? I live in a 2x2 closet.
Yeah.
And don't let that stop you.
But yeah, no. You notice that Lucine is like, all right, I'll leave this up to you, dear. And she is going to back off a little bit, and she starts singing as well, but much more softly, and she's going to boost confidence. So let's see.
Is she a classical bard?
She is a classical bard.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, so she's already got that, but because of her little competence bonus, she'll get that as well. Yeah!
It's good, but she's still getting into it.
Yeah, Marigold's a little shaky, just out of nerves, and it is a brand new song, and there's no music to go with it. But it is an interesting sound. Like, with Lucine's voice, it is, lack for a better term, it's magical. It's enchanting. Marigold's is this super deep, bassy sound that, like, you can actually feel the auditorium rumble. And it's like a genuinely, like, interesting experience. And it is a lovely sound.
It'd be very moving in a, like, different way, yeah.
And there was this long pause after she finishes singing, where she once again gets kind of a dour look, and it isn't long until Matthias just is like, yeah, and everyone else just starts clapping. And Matthias is like, I don't know about you guys, I love that. That's such a fascinating sound. It's so different from anything we've ever done. I don't know. Are we down for this? Because I am.
Clearly I misfired earlier. This part was made for her.
Oh, look at you. And Lucine steps up. I couldn't agree more. I'm glad y'all came around to my thinking. She taps the side of her head. And you see her actually like hug Marigold, and just kind of twirls her. I told you, we are going to practice real hard. We are going to get you the best ding-dang outfit out there. Come on, talk with me, walk with me. And the two go like around the stage and just start chitty-chatting about possible costume ideas. And you even hear her talking about like stage, like backgrounds and whatnot, and getting like a full-on waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
She's on your side on this one, big time.
Let's get some mages in here.
Honestly, I mean, you've got a big old academy, and well, you got Delato. So, Matthias claps their hands together. Well, thank you so much for your assistance with this. And I realize it wasn't the intention, but maybe not initially. But having a role for her, this is nice. I really think this is going to be a big show. I think folks are going to really like this.
It's certainly going to be memorable.
I'm glad you think that. We'll clear out of your hair now. I'm sure you have a lot of other things to do, and we shouldn't get too much in the way.
Well, thanks to you, I've got 2 less things to do. I don't need to worry about, well, no, 1 more thing to do because I need to fix the script in a couple of aspects. I gotta say, having someone out of town write the comedy is refreshing because we get a lot of the same snobbish humor, you know? So we've got a couple of puns in here, and I must say, I do like puns. But we shall test the threshold with Leviara. So, thank you all very much. If there's anything else that I can do for you, please let me know.
What do you want for dinner? Think on it, so I have something to think of.
Oh, yes, indeed. Ooh, I don't know off the top of my head. You know, I like it when you just surprise me.
Okay. All right. One of those. All right.
Is that bad? Would you prefer more direction?
Yes, because then at least I know what I need to buy.
Something fruity would be divine. Well, actually, you know what? This might be strange. I wouldn't mind like a stew or something.
All right. I can get on that.
Lovely. Looking forward to it.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, no, go for it.
Does your person, when dessert is in front of them, wiggle their fingers and go, "Ooh, don't mind if I do"?
Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind
if I do.
Same brain cell.
Duchess is just like sitting out in the lobby because she's like outside. She's like, I don't really want to get involved in this too much.
Right. That makes sense. It's her prerogative. That went remarkably well.
Yes, it sounds like it. Well done.
Yeah, you did a legit good job. I didn't know, like, I knew you were writing jokes. I didn't know you were writing songs.
I mean, this... how do I put it? I feel like Leviara needs a lot of music in it, you know?
Halter hit. No, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that.
Like, it's a nice place. It's a pretty place. Not a very fun place.
Yes.
Well, that's what happens when a large demographic are a bunch of nobles trying to maintain appearances. No one's willing to get a little wild. Which, for me personally, she smirks, I don't mind.
Oh, alright, no, that makes sense, because I forgot you don't like the library.
No, not terribly.
In that case, yes, I can see how your entertainment options would feel limited.
Admittedly, I did have a bit more of a penchant for spending long periods of time in seldom quiet, but I don't have a taste for it, not anymore.
Too much of a good thing.
Here, ping you guys over here. Over by the Paradise Theater. Yeah, a lovely start to the day. Really you made a couple of people's morning.
I'm glad Marigold's happier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, smile. Alright, now.
I think it was unintended, but you were right, it is kind of a role made for her, so...
I mean, that's the thing, is that, like, when you're a miserable piece of shit, you do look at yourself like you're a monster. It's a universal tale.
A tale as old as time. No, I'm getting sued! Ah!
No!
Where would you guys like to adventure to now? That did not take a whole lot of time. Like, walking over probably got you for sure, like, a little past noon, but, like...
Yeah, but, like, it's...
End of town is the alchemist shop in?
The alchemist shop is on the same road as the playground, as well as Smooth as Silk.
Okay, so it's right here.
Yeah, it's up here.
Oh, that's a bit of a trek.
We can take the Hujima Watsets.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably go through this Lionheart one. It'll bring you up here, and then there are stairs that link down to here. So
Okay.
it's a walk to be sure, but like
You're
not
basically
an awful
walking
one.
anywhere you go here.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna walk no matter what. That is the thing that you're noticing, and kind of makes you think like, man, I wish they had more of like Yesbadaz's transportation, because like having those giant centipedes.
Oh, those lizards.
Or
no,
the
that's
lizards.
Kragmer's Fisher.
Well, they have like a little bit of that as well, but they are definitely more of like Kragmer's Fissure. But like the
bats,
bats
man.
especially would be huge. But you get the feeling people wouldn't like the idea of something blocking the view like that, and especially like giant centipedes.
Yeah, the Laries would make fucking bank off it though, so...
They sure would, and there is probably a little concern there as well. Like, do we really want to have one family like suddenly create all of our land-based transportation with animals that would be controlled by them? I don't know. But yeah, you guys want to venture over to the...
Yeah, and where is the Lawmaster's office?
The Lawmaster's office is actually at the Portmaster's office.
Ah.
Okay.
From what you understand, though, while Rivaldi has his main office the Portmaster's office, he does have his own office at Hushstone Prison, just because, like,
Of course.
he's gotta like, interrogate people and
Because
things
he's
like
the
that.
lawmaster.
He's
He's
the
the
Lawmaster.
Lawmaster.
So if it's by the Portmaster's office, then it's close to the theater, right? Because the Portmaster's office is near the port? Question mark.
Yes.
Master's office is where Pride is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
the prison is right around the cliffside where you guys were, where the Paradise Theater is.
I see.
And it's basically it's not visible on the screen, but it is like you just walk around the cliffside and then boom, bada bing, you're at Hushstone.
Okay. If before we leave that area then to go here, I think it might be worth just kind of poke our head in someone and just see if there's like if it's like, oh, I'd like to make an appointment to see the Lawmaster, and oh well, here's his schedule, like here's when he'll be in, and
Sure.
Yeah, on the off chance we can ascertain for sure, he's going to be meeting up with someone somewhere else at this time, therefore that's a window of opportunity.
That seems reasonable. And it will
That's
keep
a
us
clever
from
idea.
doing the true anime convention behavior, which is walking to a location that is as far away as possible from where we started, just to go back somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right. No, absolutely. That's very fair. Yeah, if that is the case, let's see here. Yeah, I don't think we need to do a full map transition and whatnot. What I'll say is that you guys go up to the main counter and you ask, and they're not like super secretive about it, because like,
Why would they?
why would they? Obviously there's like a little like looking up and down, because they're like, weren't you guys in here just the other day? So there's like that little hesitation. But the front counter lady is just like, well, Rivaldi is fairly busy today. They have many interviews and a lot of paperwork, considering the incident that happened in the portside streets of Leviara involving the Keepers and the Blue Jays. He should be available tomorrow if you're looking for anything in particular, but a lot of today, for sure, he'll be busy. Although tomorrow he will be out in the afternoon. He does have an appointment elsewhere.
Okay. Would it be possible to make an appointment either immediately before or after that?
Oh, sure. She pulls out a little log.
The indirect way, the less suspicious way of asking, and exactly what hours would that time slot occupy?
Yeah, so, and you can even, like, see, because he's not hiding it. You see that, like, he is present in the morning, has a couple of meetings, and then there's a dry spell for a couple of hours until about, like, 2 in the afternoon, when it says out for an appointment for Rivaldi.
Okay.
Do you have a
Yeah.
preference?
I think, Dia kind of taps her chin for a moment. 2 o'clock is when he's not available. That's a shame. That right around that time would have actually worked very well for me. Let me check on one of my other obligations to make sure what time that needs to be, and if it's all right, I can come back and see what time's still available then. I just want to make sure I don't schedule an appointment with him and then end up having to cancel it anyway.
That would be deeply appreciative. He despises that.
He seems like he would.
Yes. Yes. Okay, well, I'll tentatively mark you down for before, but I won't inform him unless you confirm it.
Okay, then thank you. I'll try and come back and let you know one way or the other. If you don't hear from me, then I suppose assume that it didn't work out, and I'll come back another time in that case.
All right. I'll assume if I don't see you the rest of today, I will just erase it, and we'll leave it at that.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. And you make your way out.
We just made a phone call in D&D.
Yeah.
That was stressful.
That was.
But yeah. So what I'm actually gonna do here, I will.
All the appointments I've had to schedule for people doing work on my house, I've become all powerful. Nothing deters me.
All right. So you guys know that the alchemist shop is actually just right over here.
Ooh.
Wow.
With the Lurie symbol, let's go.
You do see that they are associated with the Lurie family.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's also just another nice day in Laviara. There's still people bopping around. There is like just chatter of like the recent news because now it's like full on spread of like, oh yeah, Blue Jay straight up killed a keeper. Was it provoked? And going on and on.
You know what? I will use Whispering Lore right now then to get
Ah.
that. Yeah. Okay. Just double checking, making sure. Yeah, just
Good, because
give
I
me-
was just going to use a perception check.
Yeah. So hold on. No. This whispering grants you a +4 insight bonus on a single knowledge skill type appropriate to the type of terrain you are in. So that would be local knowledge, I suppose.
Sure.
To open his ears. +4 on this then.
All right.
Quite
So
nice.
28. Very nice. Okay. So this just tells you like the general gossip of town, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Upon I'll link it, but I will read it out as well.
Sure.
Upon casting a spell, you're able to gain knowledge from the land itself. As you walk through the terrain, it whispers information in a language you understand, though the whispering is rambling, so it's hard to distinguish useful information. Whispering grants you a +4 insight bonus to single knowledge skill, blah blah blah. That might be the wrong one. Hold on a second.
Probably,
I'm
yes.
looking for...
Yeah, this doesn't sound. I
Hang
think
on,
you.
no, I'm looking for ears of the something.
Isn't it like
Ears of the city. My bad. Ears of the city.
Uh-oh.
Let's try that roll again, boys.
Well, I mean, you could keep that roll. Like that's fine.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is the boy I was looking for.
All right, let me take a gander. The flashes are brief. Each round duration can attempt a diplomacy check to gather information as though they had spent 1d4 hours talking to the local people. Cool. So yeah, give me if you're looking for specifically like what people have been talking about diplomacy. If you're looking for like what people have seen, perception, I guess.
Ooh, okay, let's double check. Somebody's gonna have to hold his hand while he walks because he will be blind and deaf during this.
I will hold your hand.
I see
Nash
an
will
eye
hold-
dog.
Raphael's
Yes,
like,
see,
hold on,
Nine
I'm gonna do a spell.
Walks into a pole and Nash is like, whoa.
Okay, I'm gonna do diplomacy then. Oh, Jesus, I saw that
good.
one.
Okay.
Fuck.
So, listening to the city and what the general discussion is. Obviously, a main one is, yo, can we even trust the Blue Jays anymore? And on top of that, where is Deletta? Why has no one seen or heard from Deletta?
Mhm.
There is discussion about how the keepers have been handling themselves very professionally and how they appreciate the keepers, like, actively engaging with the public, but like also trying to give some space if needed. Basically being like, oh, someone's having some struggle, they like approach and just like, hey, do you need something? And if they say no, they're like, all right, and they back off and leave immediately. The other really common discussion is how Embernice and the Hairsif giants were excellent in kind of mopping up the mess. And there's been like not a lot of leaning towards it, but the discussion of like, man, maybe it's not such a bad idea to just have them run this shit, because we've trusted the Hairsif family for years now, and like security as fire giants, it's hard to beat. Like, they're big bastards. They can like spot people in crowds, and they're also just strong. Like, a lot of benefits there.
And in a completely expected fashion, no one is talking about the random assholes who were also helping with the situation.
No, there is a little discussion of that. You do overhear that it was like, yeah, I heard like a Knoll like charged in and actually did a stellar job. And Redpath, as you're like downloading this,
Downloading it.
Hold on a minute.
Like, you do notice, for example, like this little girl, she like points at you, and it's not like a, oh my god, what is that? It's more like a, oh, I heard about that guy. And discussion as well of like a white-robed figure who was maybe a powerful lightning spellcaster who delivered the final blow and killed. So they're getting some details wrong, but like,
They're
yeah,
getting our details wrong.
they're like, yeah, no, there's this like white wizard. And they're like, oh, maybe they're like, since they wear a white robe, they're like a cloud spellcaster, like, and like,
Can't
really
wait
just
for the,
straight up wrong.
Can't wait for the Ember Island Players episode about this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Maze the Grey. That's what they used to call me.
There is talk of how a red-haired man dove on Deletta, and then they both, quotation marks, exploded. So, and also the discussion of a woman with blonde hair who was like involved, but no one can confirm what she was doing. Because thinking about it, yeah, sure, she cast a create pit spell and also like shapeshifted between creatures, but like unless someone saw those actions, they can't clarify if that was her specifically.
Yeah.
But the rumor is still out there.
I'll settle for no one knows what her role was, as opposed to, yeah, and it was some crazy blonde bitch who caused the whole problem.
Which was always in the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
Maze and Nash are finally the winners.
Yeah.
This is the
We
PR blast
rumors.
we've been looking for.
There's also been discussion of how Rosa Hairsif is back in town, as well as the discussion of like Pride Lionheart and what the hell has he been doing.
Leave me alone.
I will say with a 29, there's also been discussion of some activity, like not like there's been discussion of like activity on the docks, and you're hearing it again of people being like, yeah, no, there's been nasty dreams coming from that and whatnot. But there's also the discussion of people that have been like staying late night at the academy have been like hearing things.
Oh.
They don't know anything further than that, and there's also people just being like, you're just talking out of your ass, and that's like popped up once or twice.
Well,
So there's not much to base off of that.
we have someone we can ask about that.
Maybe. But yeah, no, you suddenly come back into vision with Nash walking with you in their arms, and this mom actually like kind of waves acknowledging Nash. Is like, oh wow, that guy did a good job. And then they see the wizard. And they're like, oh, and you notice the little girl like waves her hands and like there's like a little bit of sparks. Like clearly learning a little bit of magic, but like not a lot.
Oh,
But that smiles at
Little
her.
does she know,
Wow.
she's already a more powerful wizard than you.
She has no clue.
but she's gonna buy my merch all the same.
You back after magic, Redpath? You good?
Yes, thank you, buddy. That was okay. I would have tripped on some rocks.
Almost locked in pole.
Oh God!
I don't think that's even the worst thing. In this city, you could easily just walk off a cliff.
Yes, well, that's why we have these nice fences.
Duchess looks up at the sign, and you see this is a pretty well-kept building. It's like you can't see from here, but it's a little messy on top. And there's this big greenhouse that's actually filled to the brim with these vibrant colored flowers and other alchemical components. And you look at the sign, and it says "Kabloom," and it shows a bouquet exploding.
Oh, that's so clever.
Yeah, that's
What is
grand.
this? What is this Hersef endorsed place here?
Looking at it, looks like a sandwich shop.
Okay, I thought maybe it was another.
Sandwich shop.
Oleander every Thursday gotta get his sandwich.
So the thing that you notice about this shop in particular is that the doors are much bigger and it's noticeably taller than
good.
other buildings.
Oh.
So it's like the Hersifs have built at least one establishment that, yes, does house everyone for nice sandwiches, but if you want to get like what would normally be a party platter sub sandwich, that's meant for one fire giant. And
Right.
there's clearly like deals cut for them. So if they do enjoy the town, they can actually have some lunch somewhere too.
Yeah,
If
no,
you're in
fire
the-
giant restaurants are just Costco.
If you're in the mood for some really nice braised pork, just order the Big Dick Chop.
Jesus Christ, Aram.
All right, Alping.
What?
You guys come on in and hear ding-a-ling-ling-ling-ling. And you are immediately greeted by many, many scents. Some good, some curious. You also notice that there's like a giant beehive that's set up. And there are bees that are going about pollinating the various flowers and whatnot. And your eyes do catch this side of the building where it is dozens of bizarre pieces of vegetation. Some of them are glowing, some of them are actively moving. Other ones, like they get like a bumblebee will land on them and then they open up and release this green stink and you watch the bumblebee like and hit the table, but then get back up. It clearly something that stunned them for a moment.
Oh, heavens!
Not to mention like mushrooms that like arc with electricity. It's a lot of weird shit over there.
Plant
Huh.
bad.
All right,
Plant
yeah.
bad.
Probably
Plant
don't touch.
danger.
Probably don't touch anything unless the proprietor tells us it's all right.
That seems a fair assessment.
Okay.
Curious. It seems to be a mixture of both a flower shop and alchemical goods. I guess for the general public and just anyone else.
Is this like a curtain into a back, or?
Those are bottles.
Those are a bunch of potions.
Oh, okay. I'm not zoomed in far enough.
No, you're good.
Puts on my reading glasses.
It isn't long until you hear a door fly open. And this young Ifrit girl comes out, and she's got these big old goggles, and a bunch of smoke follows her out. Just one moment. Oh, God. Whew.
Take your time.
Howdy. Pleasure. Oh, I'll deal with that later. Pleasure. Welcome to Kabloom. Happy to have you here. And you watch as she kind of like dusts herself off.
Very, very important question for you, Will. Is does Kabloom, the name, have an exclamation point at the end?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right,
You notice
good.
that like the exclamation mark is a lovely rose, but at the base of it is an explosion. And looking at this young Ifrit girl, you notice that she is just beaten to hell. Like, she's got this bandage over her nose. You notice that she's got a couple of bandages on her arms and her hands, and most notably, when she smiles, she is absolutely missing a couple teeth.
Oh, girl.
So, what can I do for you?
I believe we're just here to browse, unless somebody had any particular thing they were looking for.
I was looking for particular alchemical goods, yeah.
Ooh, all right. What in particular are you most My goodness, I just realized I don't know any of y'all. I'm so used to regulars coming on in here. Hi there. She immediately turns to Duchess, who is like, oh no, I have to interact. My name's Flair Debonair. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, miss. Oh, nice to meet you. And Duchess goes to shake, and you see like basically just moving the entirety of Duchess as she does so.
Doing the wave.
And just lets go immediately, and like walks over to the rest of you.
Oh, he was looking at these roses. Laurent. Hello, hi.
Laurent, pleasure.
Nash.
I think I've been hearing a little bit about you, mister. Bravo last night, or yesterday. I wouldn't mind a possibility of doing a little advertising with y'all if you're going to be do-gooders around the city. Hi there! She immediately just walks away.
Ooh, strong handshake it looks like. Let's find out.
Oh, well, let's, if you're stronger, maybe no. But, sure.
There's
Addis,
a reason she
rip
didn't
her
try
arm
to
off.
handshake Nash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you want to do the handshake?
No.
All right.
No, I'm not gonna. Well, we can do a handshake roll. Sorry, I thought you were gonna ask. Did you want to have Addis shake?
Oh,
hands?
God, no.
No. Yeah, sure. We can do an opposed
right.
handshake roll.
Here's her. Okay.
Oh, all right. That's not bad.
She's
That's not
putting her
bad.
all into it. She's got the
Is
spunk.
this a raw d20 or can I add my +1 strength modifier?
You can add your +1 strength modifier.
Oh, hang on. Let me use my
No.
augment ability to increase my strength.
I hope you get a
Ooh.
1.
Just like when it didn't work for me at all when I was trying to use it to win at bocce ball at the party. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, there it is.
Badly.
This is a useless ability, clearly.
Yeah, no, she, despite having no
Whoa.
muscle in her body, she like really kind of whips you around.
Vigorous.
Well, very nice. Well, that's my stern hand. When I get real into this.
You got to respond to a challenge. I understand, of course.
Oh, it's not even that. Well, I mean, unless you want to fight.
That was not my
Hey,
intention.
I
No.
want to
Good.
see this girl 1v1 Oleander.
She's like, good.
Come on.
Come on. Now, to be fair, I ain't much of a fighter. I'm more of the tricksy sort. Except for my prices, I'm always honest about them. Sir, how are you? I heard. Are you wizard?
No, I'm Maze. That's Wizard.
That's wizard. Oh, all right. It's making sense now. All right. Well, sir, nice to meet you, Maze. So it sounds like y'all are possibly interested in not just bouquets for loved ones or funerals or things of the sort, but you might be more interested in the other things that I can provide. The more exciting stuff, the boom of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the boom
Well,
of the ball.
Maze, why don't you go first? It sounds like you have something very specific you want.
Yeah, I'm in the market for acid.
Acid, like the or the like.
The
Got it. And I got plenty of that. Is there an intensity and vial size you're looking for? Because I do gallons.
Oh!
I don't.
But I should make this clear. I should make this clear. If you get the big one, don't tell nobody unless they want to buy.
I
It's
don't.
not that suspicious, really. I mean, a lot of that can be used in horticulture. It's part of fertilizer, so...
Course. But sometimes
Sure.
y'all look like the adventuring sort. I don't want to assume, but you seem like the more adventurous sort who might do.
You assume correctly. It's fair.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I figured.
And that
as
being
much.
the case, a gallon of acid, as strong as it may be, would be a bit cumbersome for us.
Oh, you just got to lift. Come on, work out.
I understand, lift. No, yeah, I mean, like, how strong you got? What are we working with here?
Well, really all depends on how much you want to be spending there, mister. And if you're interested in more of like the small vial and whatnot, I gotta go. I gotta go back in there sooner than I planned. Wish me luck. She goes in. You're hacking and coughing.
Fucking puts her hands over the back of her neck and leans over like she's running into a burning house.
Yeah, and she comes back up. You think I'd buy a mask or something at this point, but
What is back there that's doing this to you?
Oh, well, if you ain't gonna tell them, I can tell you. That's where I work. It's where I do all my business, and I got something brewing back there, and it's a lot more smoky than I anticipated. I might have done something wrong. Nah, it's probably fine. But yeah, here, this here acid. So, like I said, I got a couple of different levels of quality, as it were. So I've got this little feller here. Now I should double check. Are you planning on like pouring this or throwing this?
Pouring it, ideally.
Pouring it. All right. So actually, if that is the case, because it sounds like you're looking at locks, right?
Not necessarily locks, but any sort of finer mechanical metal things, yeah.
Got it. All right. So if you're looking for more like directly interacting with the mechanical side of things, I do have this little doodad. And she reaches down and shows you this really nice kind of like octagonal bottle. It's a really weird shape for it. And you notice that all of her bottles are weird shapes. Apparently it doesn't sit well with her. Yeah. It keeps them more organized because sometimes the labels, I forget to do it. But this here comes with a little I'm gonna call it turkey baster. That ain't right. What is it called?
I mean, I was quite seriously thinking
dropper.
turkey baster. Yes, a dropper.
Right, a dropper. For more precise sort of thing. This here would cost you probably about like 50 gold. But on positive side, this thing can be used like 3 times.
All right, I'll take 2 of them.
Ooh, all right then. Now, I should warn you, if you did throw this at someone, it ain't gonna feel great. Because it is acid.
I mean, that's a boon more than a bane.
I like the way you think, mister. Multi-purpose tools, that's the whole point.
Exactly.
Now, if I might be so bold as to inquire why you might need something like that, because I'm willing to like cut deals with folks. Like I even mentioned to Nash over there, advertising. If I could just, and you do notice at some point, Nash, while walking around, you have this big sticker on your back that just says "Kabloom."
Now he's like dog chasing his tail, trying to look at it, but it's on his back.
Here, let me get it. I'll put it on your shoulder or something.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Scrap for cash as we may be, I don't think you want me doing any of your advertising.
I don't know. People have been talking about wizards, and apparently you're the wrong one. But who cares if people are talking about you? They go, "Damn, there was this wizard." I think, but you know what? I know, Kabloom.
I mean, you could always we could trade cloaks, Maze, for a day.
No, I don't think we'll be doing that.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, let me know if you change your mind, because that sounds hilarious.
This cloak is fairly important to me. I'd rather not just hand it over.
Ah, okay.
And
all right.
And as for your proposition, I promise there is such a thing as bad publicity.
That's not how the saying goes. Last I heard, that saying is there's no such thing as bad publicity. And that just makes me more curious. Because let's be real, what do people talk more about? The bad things, right?
Right.
And if y'all are doing bad things or you get caught doing bad things, most likely people are going to need flowers for funerals and shit like that.
I will pay full price. You don't need to do this.
Oh, you thought this was haggling? No, sir. This is a business opportunity. All right, I'm clearly not getting anywhere, and I don't want to be pushy with y'all because that's very rude. I apologize. I'll just get a little excited about new folks. All right.
If your product is effective, I'll do some word of mouth marketing for you.
All right. Appreciate that.
This
I do
works out
have,
best for both of us.
All
That
right.
does give me an idea. Do you develop your own reagents and such here?
Darn tootin'. Puts her hands on her hips.
Are there any things around town you're known for having invented, patented?
Well, as you may be aware, this little shop is sponsored by the Lurie family. I work with Carstock every once in a while in case he needs specific agents and things of the sort. I've been known to help folks with polymorph potions to get them in a more comfortable state of their being, things of the sort like that. I've been known to produce impressive alchemical explosives when it comes to the various, well, I wouldn't call them pirates. I'd call them entrepreneurs of opportunity at sea. Yeah, they are pirates, but I make sure that if they're bad pirates, I make sure it's faulty equipment. There's been a couple of, I tell you what, I've been hearing about some ships that just went up into pink fire. It serves them right. But I wouldn't do that to y'all. Y'all aren't bad. But
Well, you did just imply we might be murdering people, so I just want to make sure you don't have the wrong idea of us before you perhaps sabotage us.
well, I wouldn't know until it's too late, I guess, right?
Well, for what it's worth, I can tell you right now, we are explicitly not planning on murdering anyone with anything you sell us.
Duchess is like, cool restraint. I appreciate everyone here. Flair thinks for a moment. Well, I do dabble in not full on like deadly explosives. I do also make kind of like restraint bombs as well. Sometimes the Blue Jays and as of recently the Hersa family have been intrigued by them. Not sure if they're going to use it all. And besides, they didn't even get me the components I needed for it, so couldn't make the damn
That
thing.
actually could be very useful simply because of, did you happen to hear about the altercation yesterday?
Oh yeah, no, that has been spreading like fire. I heard about that, and it's I mean, one of the reasons I even acknowledged y'all most specifically, just because I heard, for example, no fella getting involved with water elemental, and let's be real, I did not want to assume, but seeing as I have literally never seen a Knoll in town, and then a Knoll just walked in, and also
Fair.
he looks like a tough guy. Like I wouldn't mess with him.
Oh,
I bet he wrangled it with his bare hands.
Yeah, no, Nash can wrangle with the best of them.
Well, that something that could restrain someone on the fly like that could be very useful in any future situations like that, because it can be very difficult when everyone suddenly starts throwing steel at one another. It can be very hard to break it up non-lethally with just the tools at, an adventurer's disposal.
Yeah, no. So, the thing I'm talking about is it's a real great component that, depending on how you get it for me, it can do a couple of different things. It can either be one of the best ding-dang fireballs you ever seen in your life, the craziest acid splash that then resolves itself to be more of a sticky goo, a massive flashbang and thunderclap that will, devastate people's eardrums and eyes. And then there is also a big old ice bomb that freezes an area, locks people in place, and makes it slippery.
Ooh. Those latter two sound very promising, and the last one especially. There's something very specific that, well, the reason I asked earlier whether you were known for inventions is because I have an idea for something I think is really cool and would be really helpful for us, but it might require raw ingenuity. It might be something that the town has never seen before, and I do promise you, if that's the case, and we manage to pull things off using it, that will be some of the best advertising I think you could ever ask for.
Oh, are you offering Flair Debonair of Kabloom an exclusive possible recipe?
That's my intention. Yes, if you think you're up to the challenge.
Oh, hell yeah, I am. What you thinking?
So, I would be very interested in an alchemical solution to take something very hot, say even as much as a large body of liquid magma, and to super cool it to a solid state.
All right. I mean, so honestly, the thing that I was just describing might do that, the ice version of it. But if you wanted something that was like a guarantee, yeah, I figure basically what you'd need, off the top of my head, is just something that would like generate a bunch of water, or more importantly, would basically be just a flash freeze, right? Like we're talking way scarier than what I was going to be developing.
Yeah, I'm imagining something that could sort of capillary action through a tight space and just take a huge body of magma and leave you with solid rock, at least for a time. I'm not expecting a single potion to be able to undo a volcano.
You know, actually, I'm thinking about this. There might be a way to do this. And best part is the components I would need come from the same place. Not only that, they're very versatile in what they do. So here's the deal. If you want this to happen, like I said, I ain't got the component. I got everything else, but there's one little piece I ain't got. And that's Adaptodal egg goo.
Can you say that a second time?
Adaptodal egg goo.
That sounds like you just generated a new handout in Roll20, and that was the default name.
No, this is how it's Adaptodal.
Okay.
Let me explain what the hell that is. Okay, so in Adapt,
like she grew another head.
Yeah, no, just like met with blank stares, you know.
For some reason, I thought if I said it twice, that would like
Hang on.
give you.
Can I roll a knowledge check to see if I know what the fuck she's talking about?
This is knowledge nature.
Okay, because that'd be very funny if everyone was like, "Excuse me," and Didi was like, "Oh, Adaptodal egg goo."
Okay, so Dia, you know exactly what this is. Adaptodal are not a very common kind of creature, but they are pretty unique in what they do. They are essentially massive axolotl. And what they can do is that they adapt to wherever they are. It doesn't matter where they go, they will force their bodies to mutate to become comfortable in that location. It is known that these creatures have had a habit of like hiding in like high temperature locations, or even like way deep into a glacier and things like that. They just kind of appear. Thankfully, they like to just hang out and be by themselves and don't want to like engage with anything unless they are forced to leave their nest, which is, thank God for that, because these would be a super fucking dangerous invasive species if they weren't so chill. But the thing about them being chill, they are highly protective of their territory, like way worse than any other creature, because they're very much like, hey man, this is my little spot. I ain't gonna touch your spot, but if you touch my spot, we're gonna have a problem. And so,
sounds like it would be really useful for a beefed up resist heat potion too, to be able to exist down there without bursting into flames.
You're actually 100% correct, Rube. That is also a possibility with this Adaptodal egg goo. And Flair explains chunks of that, but you actually have a little bit more knowledge than her when it comes to like how they actually function. But Flair has more knowledge. Yeah, but Flair has more knowledge on the alchemical side. Yeah, so if you could get me some of that goo, and don't, for like, I cannot stress this enough. Don't just crack the egg open. I need it as fresh as possible when I get it. Okay. The other big thing about this is if you can get it in element on it already, because here's the thing, these things will just instantly react to any element that gets thrown at them. So if you can get it to like, I don't know, get some ice on the egg without destroying it or anything like that, it'll then be adapted to ice. And then that goo is real good when it comes to being used for like the ice bomb I mentioned, or even this new theory you're coming up with. But just the egg goo itself, we can temper it ourselves, but it won't be as efficient, if that makes sense at all.
Okay. Well, where is the local habitat of these creatures?
Ain't you lucky? There's a cave that's not too far off the shore of Leviara. A little boat ride away. Most people leave it alone because get this, it's called a Daptodal Cave. Fucking weird. But if you go there, there is for sure an Daptodal nest there. Now, let's be real here. I don't know how many are down there. So be careful, I guess, if you do want to venture out that way. And here, I'll mark it on your map. And you have a map, and she points in the little icon, and you now know it's like 3,000 meters that way.
We look up at our compass. Oh, cool.
Wait, we already have the compass. We can just go.
Can I get a waymarker to Blackthorn Manor? Okay. Okay.
No, it just does the thing where it's like, it's in this area in a big circle.
Oh. And you always know there's going to be one that's right at the edge of the circle, like assholes. I'll give you the potion if you can find the 7 people in this large settlement who are upset and talk to them.
Oh my god. Fuck that quest.
I was there for like half an hour. That sounds great. And out of character for my knowledge of adaptolotls, to get them to go to cold mode, do you cold at them or heat at them? Okay.
Yeah, because what it is it forces their body to adapt to the energy. Very, very specifically, it is similar to how Creed worked in a way. You get the feeling that this is not nearly to the same level of efficiency and potency, but there's a very real chance that these things inspired the design.
What fun.
Pretty neat. Looks at my spell list. I don't know if I have anything that does cold damage.
Well, we could just pick up some, like, potions of cold bomb.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the other nice thing about these Daptodals is, or well, maybe not nice thing, cool thing about them, they are wicked smart. Like, it's crazy how clever these little guys are. But yeah, so basically, quick rundown of what I'm looking for. If you can get me the eggs, uncracked, undamaged, great. If you can get me eggs with elemental flare on them, well, flare. Oh shit, I'm smart. But if they got an element on them, sure, I won't be able to do as many different things, but I can make one thing real good. You know what I mean? And the other possibility is that if you can bring me back an actual little like baby Adaptodal, unharmed, I guarantee you Mr. Laree would buy that from you for a high price.
About how big are the eggs and then the individuals of varying ages?
Eggs about about this big, and you see the way that she's gesturing, and how big would that be about?
Are we talking ostrich? Bigger
than ostrich.
Okay.
You are looking at something that would be, I want to say, a little smaller than like a mini fridge.
So I'm gonna have to carry this. I'm gonna have to carry this bad boy out. All right.
Now, I should make this clear. While they are big and cumbersome, they're actually not like horribly heavy. Like, they're chonkers to be sure. But Adaptodals are like really light creatures, and the goo inside is the, while viscous material, it's not very dense. It's weird. It's why it's so good, because it can just on the fly just adapt to make the baby inside comfortable.
Huh.
If the egg's that big, how are we going to get a baby?
Well, the baby doesn't fit the whole thing. you know.
All right.
Yeah, there's gonna be a yolk in there, right?
And I'm trying to it's so hard to explain. Like, if we were at the table, I'm like, it's like this, and you go, oh, that is big, but it's not enormous.
Just find a real world analog. Goat-sized, horse-sized. How big?
I'm thinking
squares.
I'm thinking a little bigger than an Xbox One.
Okay, that's not that bad.
If that helps at all. So it's still a chunky boy, big watermelon.
Okay, yeah, sure, watermelon.
Or maybe pumpkin's more helpful.
I mean, I think those are pretty analogous. I think you've got it.
Yeah, but she puts her hands on her hips. Yeah, no. The more you bring back for me, the more I can do for you, quite frankly.
Well, actually, a fairly straightforward task. Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to this partnership.
Me too. Oh man, I'm real excited because I've been wanting to get my hands on these little buggers for a while, but so many mercenaries just no, that's dangerous, or they do take the job and I don't see them again.
Is there a time limit on this? Is it going to be a thing of, oh, if we don't get this back to you within the weekend, no to you?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Obviously sooner is better because then it gives me more time to work. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And don't worry, I'll get my workshop ready to go at the drop of the hat, because I don't want to waste a moment with these little guys. Because sometimes when the eggs get moved around a lot, they adapt. They sense that they are in danger and they will hatch early.
Oh no, they'll turn into nobles.
What?
If you have them in Leviara, they're surrounded by one thing.
Oh God, I never thought of that. Oh God, are they gonna get all hoitsy-toitsy? Oh, jeez.
Will they spontaneously sprout a little top hat and cane? I would love if they did.
Man, yeah, bring one back. I want to see. I don't know.
Sure, we'll do our best, but consider in the meantime installing maybe a window in your lab. Any kind of ventilation. It seems like a real issue.
Oh, I mean, I would love to have some ventilation in my workshop, but if I did, it'd go right into my greenhouse, and then all those little plants would have a lot of trouble. It ain't fair to them. And I did have a vent that led into the building next door, and they got mad. So, no, I don't at the moment, but it's fine. I got things. I got stuff. I got a little bottle that can suck up noxious air.
I got things and stuff. What's it called? Brain damage.
That's it.
Yeah, I got that.
But yeah. She just puts her hands on her hips and looks at you with her big, missing some teeth grin.
It just doesn't seem like ideal working conditions, but if you don't care, I don't care.
That'll be fine. I mean, really, the only scary part is if it becomes an explosive.
A room filled with toxic gas.
I mean, I've grown to tolerate it, hell, maybe I'm an adaptoddle. But more what it is, I'm concerned with the possibility of a gas that gets released that is indeed flammable, because I have been blown out of my office once or twice before. Don't worry. It because the hair.
I mean, the flowers don't seem to be catching.
This was a process. I spent a lot of time making sure that these did not go up in flame because I thought they were cute and I liked them.
They are nice.
Thank you.
I'd like to buy some flowers.
Oh, hell yeah! What you looking at?
I don't know. Just give me what's your nicest winter bouquet you have?
Ooh, winter bouquet. Well, you looking for very specifically winter colors?
Yes.
All right. If you're willing to spend a little extra gold, I made some alchemically altar flowers you might like.
I think I'd like to go natural.
Oh, you roboted real hard.
I'd like to go natural.
Oh God,
no, hold on.
He's being sucked into oblivion.
We're all being
for
sucked in.
you.
Let's try. Let's see. Did that help?
Hello? Hello?
No, I think this is a Civ problem.
Is it? Okay.
No, it's for
It's
you
everyone.
as well, Lamp. I think it's for all of us.
Oh, I can't hear it. Oh, well, now I
Hang
can.
on.
Oh,
Let
this
me,
is a great time for a problem.
Oh, yeah. Hey. Oh.
Oh, okay.
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 Well, it sounds okay
We
to
good?
me after
We good?
joining.
All right.
We good.
I think we're okay. Sorry
Okay.
about that. You were saying.
He would like au natural flowers.
Au natural. All right. Well, if that is the case, and if you change your mind, you come right on back, mister. And boy, a winter bouquet off the top of my head. I don't know flowers super well for that. Let's see here.
There's not a whole lot of blues and whites available to us.
Yeah. I think she just gets you something that's like, some white lilies, a couple of white roses. And then I'm actually like looking this up online.
Gets you a bowl of Cheerios.
I hope this
some-
is good enough.
some blue delphiniums, and a little bit of baby's breath tossed in the side.
Ah, lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how much is this?
It's like 5 gold.
Alrighty, here you are.
Thank you very much. Oh, this is lovely. Thank you, folks, so very much. Reminder for chat: 5 gold is like $5. Sick of that, like madness, like.
Are those for
sheesh.
Deletta?
What? No, sometimes you just like to have flowers.
Yeah. All right.
Treat yourself.
Can't relate.
Oh,
Yeah. Also, can't really relate.
He looks over at them. Don't trust them.
It's okay, I'll keep them away from you so you don't have to be wary of them.
Just to be clear, I no longer
Okay.
relate.
All right. Well, best of luck with y'all with your little Adaptodal expedition. And like I said, I'll get my workshop raring to go. So the moment you come blasting in here, I'll get to work. But you will need to give me some specifics you want, because these do have different processes. And I'm going to be looking over your idea, miss, to see what I can figure out. And she just like holds up papers.
Appreciate it. To get us ready for this, do you happen to have any an alchemical substance we could apply to weapons that would make them cold to the touch?
Or hell, even just a flask of cold stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, cold water. No, that won't work. Listen, so let me see what I've got actually on my little. And she just like leaps over the counter and looks. Let's see here. Boy, would it be in bad taste to ask if you were buying?
I'm sorry?
Well, I mean, y'all are doing this for me because I really want to work on this, but then, is it in poor taste to request that you purchase these from me?
Oh, I assumed that was going to be the case.
Oh, I like you folks a lot.
Now that
would
you
not
bring it up,
believe-
though, this really should be a part of the business expense. Whatever.
Oh, I didn't hear him. So let's see
Yeah,
here.
but for all she knows, we could wander off and use it to, I don't know, cool down our ice cream at the beach and then never come back.
So here's the deal. If you want some real cheapo stuff, is that what you're looking for, kinda?
Whatever will get the job done, depending on how much cold you think will be necessary to induce these creatures to adapt.
I mean, I don't think you're gonna need a lot, but I think you will need to get some on them. So if you're willing to give me 150 gold per bottle, I've been willing to part with these. And she sets down this basically spherical bottle, and you notice that it's very cold to the touch and kind of has like this low ringing sound. All you got to do is crack that on your weapon. Like, I cannot stress this enough. I don't care if you're a cool monk. Do not break this shit on your hands. Just crack it over the blade. It'll make it nice and chilly for about less than a minute. And that'll do you nicely. So maybe don't crack it and then go in. This might be a thing you want to smash as you're going in.
Okay, noted.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll take, probably 2, right? Looks at Nash and Maze.
2 will be fine.
Yeah.
Sure,
All right.
I'll cover this.
Thank you very, very much, folks. I do hope this works out nicely for you. And just for you guys, what this item is, it is basically you crack it over your weapon and it adds a d6 of cold for about a minute.
Sure.
So,
All we
not
need is
shabby.
any amount of cold.
Yep.
Theo
Duchess.
reluctantly hands the vials to each of you. Secretly, she longs to taste the blue raspberry Kool-Aid.
Flair can see that. It's like, don't you dare.
Don't be stupid.
That will be a liability. I could get sued.
By who? She'll be dead.
It's obvious there's no OSHA here, so.
Well, I mean, y'all would have saw it and all that jazz, so I got to be mindful of that.
You think
But
we
yeah,
blame
no.
you?
Wow, you are swell. I like you. She just like leans on the counter and kind of cups her chin while she's looking at y'all. Well, best of luck, folks.
Thank you.
Duchess immediately walks out.
Yeah.
All right. So, I will bring you guys back to the Leviara map. You guys are here. I'll get different music rolling.
Why don't we see if we can't gather as many quests as possible?
Sure. What are you
Today
thinking
seems
now?
like a good day to gather quests. Well, I feel like we have 2 other things that'll be relatively easy to follow up on. We can go and talk to Pure and be like, hey, did you have any weird dreams? And we can go to the docks and be like, what's going on down here?
Well, I guess we can pick up side quests.
Yeah, no, let's grab some side quests.
Yeah, and this evening I can go back to the university again to find the secret ghost.
I won't let you be alone and get put into the mirror dimension.
The mirror
again
dimension
alone.
again, yeah. I'm speed running chapter 1 of Forgotten Indigo.
Let's see here. Duchess realizes that she's actually pretty close to the hotel. If you don't mind, I think I'm going to head on back to the hotel. I don't feel like I'm helping that much, and I'm just making places smell. So,
Well,
I'll do some research on my side of things. Work with Fez and see if we can learn more about the town itself, and maybe even discover any other, maybe possibly rivalries between families. Could be useful.
Ooh,
Good thing.
spicy. Dutchie, do you want to do me a favor? Could you take these and put them in Andrin and Garen's room for me, please?
She smiles. I can do that.
Thank you. Actually, wait, I'm taking one. Here, give me a lily.
All right.
Thank you.
She hands you the lily, and she will go to the siren song. So, where did you folks want to go?
obviously you were handing her the flowers, but because you didn't say exactly, I was really it would be very funny. Like, could you take these and put them in her room? Just hands Duchess hat and spoon.
They walk in. Oh my god, he's been dusted.
He's turned into a chair.
He died at sea, and this is the only thing left of him.
This is his sailor sweater.
Well, between the docks and what was your other? Oh yeah, going and talking to Pure.
Finding Pure wherever she may be at this hour.
Okay. Yeah. So at this point in time, you know that Pure is probably working at Kissed by the Sea.
That's
Oh,
what I
let's go
thought.
get some freaking lunch.
Yeah. Here, I just gotta move some icons around just to get ready. Nope, that didn't work at all.
This really is anime con behavior. Walk around, walk somewhere far away, walk somewhere far away, eat, walk somewhere far away.
We gotta have some of these times, okay?
One of us is in cosplay, the rest of us is not.
Ha!
That's how Nash feels.
Alternatively, everyone but one is in cosplay.
And then
Maze is the person who's not in cosplay, but for some reason they happen to make a
He is?
specific outfit choice that makes people think they're supposed to be.
I've been there before.
okay, and then I'll move these two over here. Great. All right, let me drag you over. Beep 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 beep. Kissed by the Sea.
Da 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 da.
Miraculous.
Oh,
by a bus.
Oh,
Oh,
It's
yeah!
I don't know about this one, buds. Can we turn back?
No, we can't. We've made eye contact. We can't.
We have
Yeah.
not made eye contact. I only have one. It's harder.
You,
I have none. It's easy.
you walk in, and Pride actually spots you pretty quickly and throws a hand up. Oh, hello. Just gives a friendly wave.
I was trying to say he stands up. Oh, I'm sorry. My other meeting is here. I have to go.
Fails.
Walks over. We're like, we don't have a meeting. Shut the fuck up.
Shut your
Walk
dumb
me
ass up.
outside now.
You are my date.
Hi, could we get a table for 4, please?
Oh, absolutely. And it isn't long until the door is open. Oh, I can take care of them. Oh, hey guys.
Hello.
Hi.
So party of 4.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Here. Do you hold on. Do you want to I would not blame you. Do you want to not be near my mom?
Well, we haven't had the chance to meet her yet.
Okay.
Maze, what have you done to us? She's not that into you, dude. You don't need to meet her mom yet.
Hey, Maze, how about you walk out front, huh?
Sure.
Cool.
Why not? I'll be your shield.
Oh no, you're not my shield. You're just living up to it.
Oh, you're not my shield. You're just a sacrifice.
You're
Yeah,
not my
pure-
shield. You're 75 temporary hit points.
Yeah. I mean, so you could either go here, you could go here. I mean, honestly, you've got a few options, and she just smiles.
I would like to get a view into that kitchen, so I'm going to sit over here.
Maze just
All
pulls
right.
up here. Hello, Pride.
Yes. Good morning. I guess it's afternoon now. Sorry, I'm running ragged. I'm kind of losing track of time.
I can't
Good
blame
morning,
you.
Philip.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nash.
Oh, it okay.
And you notice this blonde woman looks over. Dear, who are these people? Are they friends of yours? Yes, Mother. They've been actually quite helpful in the city. They actually helped with the situation yesterday. And it isn't long until Armella leans in. Oh, the situation that you just so happen to not be present for? My, slacking on the job, Mr. Lionheart. Feels like you should be more like your father. And the blonde woman nods. Yes, dear, you should try a little bit harder. Yes, my apologies. I'll get cracking on that.
Oh, speaking of slacking on the job, where were you? I thought we were in the middle of a purchase.
There's this. Right, my deepest apologies, sir. I can't. It's the darndest thing. Those pesky locks. Embarrassingly, I seem to have misplaced my keys. Yeah, I can't imagine how that happened.
Pat looks over at Maze. He reaches over and hands him the lily.
The blonde woman nods. Oh, I should probably introduce myself. I am, of course, Regal Lionheart. It's very nice to have you present.
The matching bling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and these you notice that Armella leans over and starts whispering to Regal, who she doesn't show it on her face, but she actively leans over to listen in with absolute fascination.
I want to be nosy and also listening if that's possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
We love listening.
Okay, so you can overhear Armella. Just as a heads up, these people were directly involved with that nasty business. Oh, Maze, you also hear this.
Yeah, cool.
That nasty business yesterday. Oh, you mean involving... Yes, Madame Delotto. I don't know the full details, of course, but, Dia has no idea what's happening.
Perfect.
But do be mindful. Make sure you have their names. I've gathered recently it's Redpath, Dia, Maze, and Nash. Don't worry, I know how well this works. And she leans back over. Well, happy to have possible heroes in our city to ensure our security, especially with the blunders of the Blue Jays as of recently.
It was a bit of an unfortunate sight to behold, yeah.
It sounded like it was very gruesome. Pride, aren't you supposed to be commanding them? I mean, we worked very hard to even set up the possibility of a union between the Lionhearts and Delados. Does that fall through entirely at this point?
As I've stated before, Mother, Deletta and I are just friends, and I'm quite content and pleased with that.
That's a shame. Well, we can always ask your brother Triumph.
Ask him what? To plow Deletta?
That's only implication, and it's like...
It's like, well, if you're not gonna fuck her...
More, it's not just fucking, for God's sake. It is more specifically the union of families for power.
It's courtship, Lamp, come on.
Right, but I and Maze have a crass view of things.
We know.
Have we ever heard of Triumph Lionheart before?
You have not.
God, they're coming out of the woodwork.
Little cockroaches, all of them except for Pride and also your...
Wait till you guys learn all the rest.
I'll share something with you later.
Cool. Triumph. I don't think we've had the pleasure of meeting that one.
Pride is about to speak, and then Regal kind of like unfurls a fan and just kind of fans herself. Triumph is quite the little hero, as it were. He doesn't associate himself with the Keepers, and sadly he doesn't involve himself with politics, but more of a mercenary is such a barbaric term. And Armella leans over. Don't you just mean a traveling hero? That's the way to phrase it, my sweet little Triumph.
Yes, he's really good at his job.
I mean, it's pretty.
You don't have to roll at all.
I was gonna say it's pretty easy to be good at your job when it's so ill-defined.
Regal just kind of like brushes that off. I mean, he has assisted with many different instances around the country. Take, for example, I mean, there have been problems in Belgrin. There was a little bit of a kerfuffle there, if I'm not mistaken, quite a while ago, and he helped clean it all up. Even, so.
Oh my god.
And not to mention, he also has participated in Hazel Hills to assist with bandits and things of the sort, and occasionally he pops on by here to deal with pirates.
Oh wow, those are some impressive accolades.
Yes. She just smiles.
I'm so glad you're capable of loving any of your children.
Of course she does. She loves all of her children.
Does she?
Even when she's berating them, she's like, they're the best because they're lion hearts.
You're the
Yeah,
best
looking
because you're a
for the
lion heart, but you're the worst lion heart.
Dia's just been looking through the menu and not paying a lot of attention, but absorbed a small amount of what was just said and just kind of mutters, "Oh wow, bandits in Hazel Hill. I hope they were able to fend off those sharpened popsicle sticks."
Pure comes back out. Okay, really sorry for the delay. I wanted to get you guys a little appetizer. And she sets down some like mozzarella sticks and very pointedly looks at Redpath. I can't believe it's already Wednesday and tomorrow is Thursday. Crazy.
You are such a hard worker.
Thank you. I really try. I appreciate that. And she has big goofy smile. But yeah, is there anything that you'd want?
I would like a chicken sandwich, please.
Easy enough. And she looks at the rest of you.
You know, I never did actually get to try that raw steak. No, there'll be a time I can prepare that. I mean, I can quote, prepare that myself whenever I want.
Don't you want to outclass these people?
Don't you want to give them fucking salmonella?
How? I think it'll be pretty similar to that deer. Let's just, it folds the menu up. I'll take a chicken sandwich as well, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, I'm a trendsetter.
I'll take the steak.
Okay.
He's been trying to read the menu very hard.
And for you?
Maze thinks like, well, I did want a chicken sandwich, but I don't.
Now
don't
you
wanna
look
admit
uncreative.
at this point. Chicken parm.
Okie dokie. I'll be right back. And she scurries back into the kitchen and lets them know what to do. Armella looks over. Sir, I realize the blunder that transpired there, and Octavia, if only you had been a little faster with those keys, we wouldn't have looked like such buffoons back there. You really should try a little harder, dear. But if you would be willing, Mr. Myers, I would love a second opportunity to try and get you something rather fetching.
Oh, you want to dress him up?
I don't know. The whole experience has left a very sour taste in my mouth.
Oh, Mr. Myers. And she walks on over and puts her hands on your shoulders and leans in. Dear, I understand that this first altercation has been less than ideal. And I'm so sorry. It's not something that I want to ever happen when it comes to smooth as silk. I do hope you could forgive me. And she takes off her hat, and you can tell she got fucking crocodile tears for days.
Yeah, Maze clocks that, just like, I didn't realize Octavia worked with two crocodiles.
Octavia's just like, I'm just wishing I could have wine now. It's too early.
It's never too early, dear. Never.
Regal agrees.
Forget society.
Like, I'll try and find it in my heart to forgive, but I'm a busy guy.
Oh, of course, I'd hate to rush you for anything, but I should make it very apparent of my qualifications. She kind of like wraps around you for a moment and makes sure that everyone can see her in all her glory. I mean, obviously, we do fashion for ourselves, she gestures. We also handle fashion for the Lionhearts, the hair sieves. I mean, by God, we've even handled the uniforms for the different families. We are very capable in our craft, I assure you.
All right. You're a bit of a sweet talker. I'll try and find the time for you.
Oh! Absolutely delightful. Thank you so much. Do you have a time in particular you'd like to swing on by?
The schedule's a bit up in the air at the moment. Don't worry though. I'll be sure to pick a time when I'm sure you're in.
Oh, just come and find us while we're meeting with Conrad Rivaldi tomorrow.
All righty. I do have a couple of meetings soon. Or, well, in the next couple of days, so do...
Perhaps at 2 o'clock with the lawless?
But all the same, if you are able to swing on in before then, I would be happy to fit you.
Of course, of course.
All right, well, you get that noggin rolling in what you'd like to look, because either way, you're going to look like $1,000,000. So...
What's a buck?
None of your business. She like leans over to Octavia. Make sure when he arrives you treat him like a prince.
He arrives, you kill him.
Octavia's like, get off my back. Right. Well, if you decide to swing on by tomorrow or even later today, I'd be ecstatic to help you.
Fabulous to hear it. And Mace just mutters, "Ride my dick harder, why don't you?"
Yeah, Yeah, plus, doesn't she know you've got a canon outfit now for the people of Liviara?
Pride looks over. What does that mean?
Oh, the town's been a buzz at this point. We're pretty popular, it seems.
White wizard.
Yes.
Wielder of lightning.
Yes, I'd heard a little bit about that, and again, thank you for your assistance with that yesterday.
Oh, no, it was truly the only responsible thing for us to do.
Redpath thinks about how they were thinking about walking away and leaving it.
Yeah, it isn't long until Regal looks over. No, that's not what I want. What other music bed do I have?
I need other snob
What's the
music.
vibe she's giving us?
I guess that'll work for now. Regal actually leans over a bit. I like to consider myself a bit of an informant for this town. Are there any other rumors or things of the sort that might have caught your ear? I'd be happy to make sure that people are informed.
No, I don't think there's really been anything beyond the obvious.
All right, that's unfortunate and rather dull. But so be it.
I mean, if you're an informant, I'm sure you've already got your ear to the stone. What would we be able to tell you, really?
Oh, that is very true. I happen to have a lot of information, and courtesy to one of my dearest friends, Darmella has a big smile. We like to learn more about the city and keep the people well informed. And while, yes, you might not have anything truly new for me, seeing as your boots on the ground and you travel to places I likely would not, maybe you'd have something more exhilarating.
Actually, there was one thing. Now, of course, Dia looks both directions. Now, of course, you didn't hear this from me, but apparently, it seems like Lawmaster Rivaldi and Oleander Hersef have some kind of under-the-table illicit dealings going on.
Regal kind of cocks an eyebrow. Really? That is certainly intriguing. Do you have any proof or deeper details about that?
Oh, I just saw an icon change. What just happened?
You're getting faces made at you.
They're mugging at you. The girlies are watching.
Proof? Well, obviously I don't have, declarative documents or anything, but I was in a very interesting meeting with them recently, and I have it on good authority that there was some kind of secret communication going on between them. I don't know if it's bribery or blackmail or what, but it certainly looks like Oleander Hersef is willing to forego the Hersef family's best financial interests on the Lawmaster's say-so, which is pretty dynamite when you consider the image he prefers to project.
Regal taps her chin. That is certainly interesting. Thank you very much for the detail, dear. I will ask around myself and see what I can learn.
Yeah, I shovel that in the old grist mill, and I bet once it gets churning, I think the truth will come to light pretty quickly.
Armella pipes up. I highly doubt such an egregious thing would be happening. I mean, let's be fair. She kind of waves her pipe around and some smoke gets in Octavia's face. Let's be real. Oleander is indeed an eccentric sort, but he is a prideful sort. I highly doubt he'd bend a knee to anyone.
That does seem highly out of character for him. I haven't had much of an opportunity to understand his established relationship. How does he usually act around the Lawmaster? The two did seem to have a pretty strange dynamic in that exact moment.
Regal is about to speak, and then Armella steps up. Normally, they are on
Do you make a
business
habit of
terms.
cutting people off?
Oh, I would I'd never do such a thing like that.
Oh, you just have, though, several times.
Regal, dear, can you forgive me? Regal looks over. You know I can't stay mad at you, Armella, and your eccentricity is one of the reasons I adore your company. Oh, thank you so much, dear. Anyways, she immediately spins back to look at you all. Their relationship is strictly business. They are cordial and pleasant and things of the sort, all things necessary to keep the city running, but when it comes to actual nefarious dealings, no. You can't buy the Lawmaster, I assure you.
What makes you so sure? How long has he been in the picture here, really?
Oh, Lawmaster Rivaldi has been present for a good number of years at this point. She thinks, and Regal actually steps up. Oh, probably about 10 years at this point. He has been a staple in our law and justice system here. He is often referred to as a judge, though, let me make this abundantly clear, he has no affiliation with the Keepers. We have suggested the possibility of trying to work with him more and more, but I feel like he's coming around to the idea nowadays. And Armella looks back. And besides, in that time frame, many people have been outed and arrested for trying to buy his affection or the ability to look the other way. But, well, they get in trouble and they go to jail for a very long time. Nasty sort of business.
Obviously, Dia's sense motive is non-existent. Is anyone else able to get an up or down sense on whether Armella has a vested interest in nixing that rumor?
She certainly is acting like it. So,
yeah, she's acting very
I'll give a
sense
motive a shot, though.
Okay. Yeah, you get the feeling that more than ever, Armella's a rude bitch. Like, you don't have to roll high to figure that out.
No.
But there was a moment when Dia was explaining more that Armella shut up and focused. And then the moment the conversation was moving, she started to take control.
So she's invested for some reason.
Have you, by any chance, have you had the opportunity to speak with the Lawmaster?
She thinks about that for a moment. Well, not very often. I mean, there have been the occasional rowdy individual who comes prancing on into my establishment to stir up trouble, but, besides that, no, it's very difficult to get an audience with the Lawmaster. He's a very busy man, after all.
I suppose it was a special circumstance we were able to talk to him, yeah.
You had the opportunity. That's right. You mentioned you were at a fancy meeting, and of course, speaking with Oleander. How very curious.
Yep.
Yep.
Yup. Well, this has been positively pleasant, but I do have some appointments to attend to. If you'll all excuse me.
Of course, by all means.
Oh, and dear Blaze, don't forget our appointment.
Don't forget my name.
Yes, Mr. Myers, have a lovely day. Mwah. Regal just finds herself. What a positively marvelous woman. You know, she looks over at Pride. She is single. Mother.
Oh, I can't imagine why.
Oh, she's too good for most people in this town. But my little Pride, and she pinches Pride's cheek, I think he might be just the kind of man she's looking for.
She kind of treats her sister like dirt, don't you think?
Looks over. Oh, Octavia. Yes, hello. Is that a common occurrence? I mean, it's classic, like, sibling rivalry. Pride looks over. I doubt that very much, but... Like, you actually notice Pride, like, lean over. If you do need something, just let me know. And Octavia smiles. Right. And not too long, that Pure comes back out and does a little twirl and sets down the plates in front of you.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
If there's a break in your work, we did come here to talk with you about something.
Oh, well, you got your food if you don't mind talking with your mouth full.
Never stopped me before.
Haha, yeah.
We heard tale that there's something of strange happenings for people who stay overnight at the school.
Oh, yeah, that rumor has been bouncing around a little bit more and more. Let me roll a gossip roll for Pure, because she inherited it from her mother.
Of course she did.
Okay.
Love me some gossip about my school.
Pure leans in. Okay, so I don't go running around like telling everyone, because like a lot, again, it's rumors, and I really like the academy and I don't want to get in trouble because I already got enough problems on my plate. So I didn't mean to dump on you like that. So I've been well, I mean, Dia and Nash, you guys were there just last night, actually. I mean, I've definitely heard, like, for me personally, folks talking about like having weird thoughts. Yeah, no, like nothing super malicious, but like while they're working, they decide to go study something else for a little bit, something, and they get distracted and get really engrossed in it until they realize, like 30 minutes later, that that's not what they really wanted to study.
That seems curious. The whole space is supposed to be designed so you can focus on what you're focusing on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think the column of goo is sentient?
Pure thinks, oh God, I hope not. Well, that is some wizard crap that would probably
I hope
happen.
That's the twist.
God.
But I myself have also, like, so I think there might be a rat problem, because there have been times where I've been sitting and working and I've heard like a skittering noise.
Don't like rat problems.
Rat problem, everyone frowns.
No, I'm fine with rats. They're easy to get rid of.
I can speak with rats.
Oh, well, then maybe if you happen to find an academic rat, you can tell him to drop out.
Around what parts of the facility were you in when you heard this?
Let me think. I've been hearing it, like, when I do happen to actually catch it. It has been more like in the northern part of the library.
Is that the older part?
That is the older part.
Okay.
Like, you know, because I've been working on a little bit of magic myself. I suck at it. I'm working on it though. But there's some books over there that kind of line up with my interests. So.
Okay.
And I don't suppose Doopsy's ever had any comment about this.
No, I mean, Doopsy has, like, told folks to not worry about it, but if it becomes more common, to certainly let him know. But he himself doesn't seem terribly concerned by it. So maybe it's a thing that happens more consistently. I don't know.
Do you know if there's been any consistency to the topics that people have been compulsed to delve into?
I myself have been, like, really gung-ho about conjuration and things like that, and I think that's been one of the more common books that's been grabbed by folks. You get that because she rolled pretty high.
Huh.
Strange.
So, yeah, a lot of times people put the books back before they even realize what they've been doing.
Oh, before I forget, speaking of your interests,
Which one?
I heard you've been studying up on restorative magic.
She kind of like twists her toe in the dirt. Yeah, I've been working on that for a while.
How's it going? Was that what you were studying the other night? We came in and you were conked right out.
Yeah, I've been working on learning about restoration magic, like cure wounds and like restorative things of the sort. And it's hard.
Yes,
It's not me. I'm not complaining. It just I got dumb hands. Just kind of wiggles them. So it's not going great.
It's okay. You just have to keep working at it. Eventually, you'll find your own pace.
Yeah, I'm absolutely just steam ahead. No slowing down. Because it's important.
What
Yes. What for?
So I don't know how much you guys know about this. I had a brother. His name was Loyal, and
I don't want to
Yeah.
I feel like this is a thought just occurred to me, and this is a really bad move in character, but I feel like this is just what would happen. She says that before she even says I had a brother, like as she's just getting to that thought, Dia just says, "Oh, his face."
Yeah. Dia, or not Dia, she looks at you. Yeah, so, a while, not like a long time ago, but he got cut up really bad, and, like, no matter what magic was used, it just didn't help him, and I guess it really got to his head, and he did really awful things. And it's not the same thing, but you guys met Marigold, and her voice really bothers her a lot, and she's making great progress, but it's still something she's really conscious about, and I've been kind of studying to see if there's a way I could help that, because I don't think anything would happen, but ASMR can get really emotional, and I don't want my best friend to get hurt, and I don't want to lose someone like my brother. So
it's all right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cry in your chicken parm.
It's alright. It's clearly a sensitive topic for you. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Yeah, so, I, like I said, it's hard, and none of the stuff has like led to that sort of thing, but I'm gonna keep cracking at it.
If you need some help with that, you can let me know.
Really?
Yeah. From my experience, the things you're looking to learn aren't typically actually in the academic books. It's more of a one-to-one sort of thing.
Oh. Okay, that helps a lot. I was not aware of that. Thank you. Yeah, obviously I don't want to take up too much of your time. But oh, what a great idea. If by chance you show up tomorrow, maybe while I'm painting you can tell me some stuff about like restorative magic.
That hardly seems like the time to do
I think
it.
this is more of a. I think that's more of a sit down and talk about it topic, though. That was a good idea.
That's fair. I would probably be distracted. So, cool, good, okay, yes. Sorry, not classy of me. I really appreciate that. I like genuinely.
He just smiles.
And okay, maybe help look at it different direction. Because like when I first learned knitting, not really get it, but then figured, oh, it like braiding, and I know that, so
Yeah,
maybe,
exactly.
Yeah, look at it from way you know, and then work up to way you don't know.
That's a really good idea. No, thank you guys a lot. It is so nice to have people that just talk to me.
Oh.
Wow, what a profoundly sad thing to say.
What a profoundly sad thing to say over my chicken parm.
You're ruining my chicken parm. Yeah. Cool. I need to get back to work probably, but is there anything else that I can help you with? Like, do you need to know anything else? Do you need refills?
I'll take a.
Get some wine for her.
Yeah, I'll take a midday wine.
Yeah.
I'll get you what. I can't believe it. It's the last glass of wine. I can't believe we're out. Sorry, Mom.
That's really funny.
So she scurries back in and then
Regal
comes back
there.
out.
I love all my children equally. I don't care for pride.
Yep, she pours you a nice little glass of wine, and then very quickly like hides it behind her back before anyone else notices. But yeah, so cool. All right, I'm making this weird. Okay, bye.
What a charmer.
My daughter's incredible.
She is. What a nice young lady.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Just so proud of her. She works so very hard.
How ironic. I'm proud of Pure, and pride fills me with pure disappointment.
Did you hear that, dear? I said...
It was a play on words.
I fucking hate you!
It was a play on words using your terrible names I gave you. No, she doesn't say any of that, shockingly. But yeah. Is there anything else that...
No, I think we stop talking and we just eat our lunch.
Yes. You guys have a lovely little lunch.
I'd love to catch a word with Pride, maybe once his mom leaves. But if that opportunity doesn't exist, then
oh sure, no, that's easy enough. Here, I'll come back there. Also, did we want to just take like a quick little like 5-minute break?
We can take a quick break.
Shuri-dury.
Shuri-dury.
As they say.
Yeah.
Classic phrase.
Dilly-dally, shilly-shally. People in chat. Purity is an adult. I don't remember what age. Purity is like 22, 23. She's very young. She is the youngest Lionheart.
Mm-hmm.
Loyal was the next youngest. And then you don't know where Triumph lands in the family tree. But Pride, I think Pride has said that he is the oldest of the family.
Mm.
Or second oldest.
There's too many of these bastards.
There's a lot of Lionhearts. Yeah.
I spent a while looking for my bird in my room because the last time I saw her, she was crawling on my back, and I was afraid she went on the floor under my chair.
Oh no!
But no, she at some point flew off and is biting the paper in my printer. So
it's been a while.
It's been a while. Oh boy! And we could also start like obviously we'll cut back to the little kissed by the sea for chatting with Pride.
Yeah, just for a moment, you know.
But yeah, no. Guys can start thinking about where you might want to venture off to next. Excuse me, cats. Hiccup. Whoa! Help me!
No.
How could this happen? Please.
I'll tell you this. Would appreciate it if session does not go too long, because we've only been at this for 2 hours, and my throat is already really feeling it, and I don't like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, we'll try to find a nice stopping point, like within the hour. Like,
I'm back.
Welcome back. Like we'll try to hit our usual like 3.
All right. Much appreciated. How are you guys doing, chat? Having fun? Of course you are.
You better be.
Yeah, you kind of gotta be having fun here, because...
I'll fight you.
Because we have fun here at the Ebon Ward, and if you're not having fun, then you're breaking the rules, and we're gonna throw you in the pit.
These are the rules. Man, I'm having way more fun with Purity than I expected.
She's just like a dork loser, you know? I feel like this is your wheelhouse.
Thank you. How kind.
I mean, you like playing dork loser.
I do like playing dork losers.
Oh, we talk about Will being a dork loser?
No.
Talking about how I'm having a lot of fun playing Pure.
Oh yeah.
She's just a little dumbass.
Good kid.
Good kid. Is everybody back?
I got a popsicle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is Daroob back?
Yeah, I've just got bird sheep and ambiance.wav.
No, you're good.
But
You're
I'm
good.
here.
Hey, as
I
long
just
as
wanted to make
Cooper's
sure.
having fun.
Here, and I'll ping. So yeah, you guys actually watch as Regal gets up and hugs Pride and gives him a little kiss on the cheek, and is like, "Oh, well, have a good day, son." And then she just walks out.
She's different than I would have imagined.
Yes. Yes, my mother is something else, all right.
No, that checks out. That's what I was imagining.
I sort of figured that she would be the usual brand of noble snob, but, no, she seems genuinely quite content with her children.
Content. Yes, I suppose that is a word for it.
I mean, if you think there's a more accurate one, feel free to correct me.
No, that does seem accurate. It's just hearing the word and associating it with family is... Sounds like you're pleased with a glass of water. You know? But it's a human.
I suppose I see where you're coming from. But I figured she'd be just generally a lot more fed up with your family. That's certainly what it sounded like it was going to be.
No, Regal is incredibly proud of the Lionheart name, even though she married into it. Fun.
What was her maiden name?
Oh, before she was
Eden
with
Calderbrook.
No, she was with the Finsters. Not a very large family, but one that is respected. Shipbuilders around here. Still not a huge family, but married into the Lionhearts, tried to get money, and was successful. So.
Yeah, that certainly sounds like somebody who would be just generally a lot more unpleasant.
Yeah, well, she's more tame.
I'm sure you have much more reason to not agree with these opinions.
I mean, she certainly doesn't, mistreat us or anything of the sort, and she is proud of our accomplishments, but they need to be full-on accomplishments. I mean, I am...
No half measures with Mother Dearest.
No. There is an expectation that must be maintained for the Lionhearts. Honestly, it was a little heartbreaking when we learned the news of Loyal.
And there's a long hesitation as he just looks at his coffee.
I don't know if you know the story, and I honestly don't want to go into detail, but he did grisly things, and I do not condone any of it. I condemn him, quite frankly. But he was still my brother, and there was good in him at one point. I just wish he hadn't lost his way. But Mother, when she heard the news, it was like he never existed. He tarnished the name, brought it all down, something that was totally preventable. And she is right, it could have been prevented. But that doesn't matter. What matters is what happened. And he killed people. So... It's also the reason I watch over Pure as close as I can. She doesn't want to dabble into politics or things of the sort, and God bless for that.
I don't think it would suit her.
No, she'd be terrible. I'm just being honest. Like, I love my little sister, but let's be real. She's not equipped for it. Hell, I barely am.
I think you do well for yourself.
I guess I appreciate that, considering you were cleaning up my mess the other day.
Oh, there's no shame in admitting you don't like your line of work if that is the case.
He thinks about that. I do like my line of work. I do enjoy helping the people, and also not being affiliated with the keepers. It's an opportunity for
W's all around.
It's a lot of dubs here.
Looks down at the wine glass. No, not a lot of dubs here.
Pride kind of like taps.
No massive dub for P-Man.
No to self.
Why are we talking about
again? Trying to pioneer that nickname.
Why couldn't it have been any other letter?
I don't know. Pride kind of taps the side of his coffee a couple of times.
But, I see something impure that I haven't seen in many other Lionhearts, except for my sister Joy, that I haven't seen in a while. And that's just being happy doing what they want. Very specifically. She doesn't want to be in politics. She wants to do art. She wants to learn magic. I don't really understand that one. But she likes it, so I will push for it. I will fund it if I need to.
Good man.
Try.
What does Joy do then?
Joy is actually in Fimbulwinter. She plays high-level security for the new head engineer.
Ah.
Yes. He looks over and smiles. I should let you know she's my twin sister.
We could have guessed.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it.
And she will argue adamantly that she is the eldest.
I see.
That might...
And it sounds like that's an argument that you've decided is not worth having.
Yes, but she keeps bringing it up.
And you're how old now? That's a little bit childish.
I'm 34.
Huh.
Yes.
Suppose old habits die hard sometimes.
Well, there you have it. I'm the younger one, but I'm more mature.
And you should be proud of that.
It's in my name. Right. He spins around his chair fully and takes another swig from his coffee. I also wanted to thank you for how you've been treating my sister. Don't think for a moment I didn't notice.
I mean, she's very kind. We haven't really been given a reason to treat her any differently.
That doesn't stop most people. We're
I don't understand.
Lionhearts.
What is the problem most people have with her then? Like, I don't see anything except a very thoroughly charming young woman.
Well, one, she's a Lionheart. It's looked down upon immediately. We are not well loved. I have a better reputation, but that has taken years of hard work. And yesterday I got tarnished quite a bit. But that's fine, I'll work on it. No, the big thing is that my mother will talk about how she is not disappointed, but confused by Pure's lack of, quotation marks, ambition. And because she is such a gossipy woman, it spreads amongst the nobles, they think they're high and mighty, and then they think that they can give her advice. They tell her what sort of work to get involved with, that they have contacts of, oh, I know some people in Hushstone Prison, you can maybe start making work there. And she turns them down, they think she's a rude bitch, and they leave it at that.
My goodness, it seems your mother's doing quite the work to tarnish your own family name then. Inadvertently, but she should at least have the sense to know that that's what it's going to end up as.
To be fair, he puts up a hand. I don't think it immediately comes from her. Yes, she does bring up that her confusion of Pure's lack of interest with politics and things of the sort, but I would wager it's the people that she chats with that spread the rumors. Regal gathers it, and she has her little doves to spread it. And of course, when you start talking with people, you lose details, and then other people mishear things or want to spice it up a bit, so they make it more exciting.
Pooey.
Yes, pooey indeed.
Your mom wasn't full of hot air, was she? Does she, like, actually pride herself on gathering information in this city?
Yes. She loves it. That's the thing. She, while not an official of any sort, she has deemed herself head gossiper of town, and I realize what an prestigious position of power to have in Leviara, but legitimately it is terrifying.
If she wanted to do anything actually substantial with that little hobby, information broking could just be such a fun little pastime for somebody like her.
I have been terrified to present the concept.
Let's just not tell her about it then.
Yeah, I don't think that's unwarranted.
Luckily, we're on the same page. My thought process is, yes, she'd probably do an exquisite job at it. Believe it or not, she is well liked despite the Lionheart name. Mostly because she's technically a Finster when she first joined. So, people look at it as a, got dragged down to the swamp, but not all the way up yet, if that makes any sense at all. So, she has a little bit of influence. Not to mention, she has incredible connections with basically every family.
I imagine that's pretty helpful given her, choice of hobbies.
It certainly is. If you're looking for any gossip or rumors, my mother is the person to talk to. No, Armella's not a bad choice either. It's kind of right-hand woman for the job.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me. I didn't think those two would be so familiar with one another.
Oh yes, they're very good friends. My mother was well acquainted with the Dulain family, but when Armella's father passed away, my mother was good friends with him. They had already bonded over the years and, well, got along like fish in water.
I think she's abhorrent, personally.
Oh, I despise her. I loathe the woman, and she loathes me. She makes it very apparent.
I'm not sure if she's decided her stance on me yet. Like, clearly she doesn't like me, but, like, why doesn't she like me? Does she actually know what I'm up to, or does she just think she has something to prove?
I don't think... so, this might sound rude. I would not think so highly of yourself that she would even deem to have an opinion on you that specific.
Oh yes, she's entirely... You understand that she is effectively just going to try and dress you up like a little princess and use that as a power play, right?
Yes. She wants...
whatever power play she feels like doing, I'm going to fucking swerve around.
Oh, here's the thing. You're not... You're different, all of you. You're not caught up in noble bullshit. Nobles don't like being rude to one another unless there is public knowledge of dislike towards one another. And the reason being is it maintains peace, because if nobles did decide to fully go at each other's throats, Leviara would fall apart in a heartbeat. Let's be real. But it's important to have a lot of friends so you can make a lot of money and you can get a lot of dirt on them. Because the families are so gossipy, she's able to pull it out of them, and then she can influence them as she sees fit. I mean, she's also a hairdresser. What a marvelous opportunity to talk someone's ear off and they can't leave because of social situations and they don't want half a haircut.
That's probably the bigger issue.
Precisely. So, there you go.
Does Armella have some... does she know either Lawmaster Evaldi or Oleander Hersif? She seemed pretty adamant that there couldn't be any particular relationship between them, like I thought, in a way that made me think she had some kind of very personal knowledge.
He thinks about that and sets his coffee mug on the table. I don't think so. I mean, they have interacted once or twice just because his wife, Victoria, frequently goes to her for new outfits and things of the sort. So the two gossip consistently, if I'm not mistaken. And I wouldn't be surprised if Victoria dragged her husband there to get a new outfit more than once. Besides that, I can't imagine Conrad would be interested in discussion with her. As for Oleander is a prick. So I can't imagine he would engage too often with the Delanes. I mean, to be fair, actually, if you want a little gossip from me, the Delanes and the Hersifs didn't get along for quite some time. And it wasn't until Armella's father passing away, and when Oleander's son Gladiolus passed away, that the two discussed more, mostly for what outfit to lay his son down to rest in. But, you know.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Oh, could you guys not hear me for a bit there?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
We can hear you now.
Hello.
Hi.
But yeah. So he just shrugs. Yeah, so that's what I know about that. As for if they interact with each other frequently, I wouldn't bet on it. Mostly because Oleander's too old and just as douchey as she is. So they don't they don't come together very well. I mean, it is fire and oil.
I mean, that sounds like a dream team to me, but...
No, because everyone gets hurt and dies. But, yes.
Tell me, have you heard anything of the weird things going on down at the docks? You are associated with that sort of thing, right?
Right, that's also been on my plate.
Yeah, I think you were the one who brought it up to us initially. We were going to try our hand at seeing if we could get any information about that at all.
Yeah, has
by
there been
going
any
down there.
updates?
He thinks about that. Not especially, unfortunately. Embarrassingly, I've been just running ragged.
You're a little bit busy at the moment.
Yes, I apologize
And
for
incidentally, you shouldn't have to concern yourself too much with you-know-who. Should be safe where they are right now.
He softens and has a very gentle smile. Thank goodness. She will need to make a public appearance soon, though.
Of course, but the space is always welcome.
Yes, I need more time to diffuse it, and I have also made my own public announcements that, for her safety, she is being, oh god, he like pinches the bridge of his nose. Sorry. For her safety, just keeping her out of the mess of things for now, until things have quieted down. We've assured them that she is present. She has not skipped town. We have provided as much information as we can, and thankfully the Hersifs have gotten involved to provide details that no, Deletta didn't do it. And most of the town seems to agree, but there's always going to be some.
Of course, it's easy to make wild claims about people that you've never met, only read about.
Yeah. Politics. What a blast.
Fully again.
It comes with the territory.
It certainly does. But, yeah.
Hopefully your workload softens a bit.
That's the hope. That's the dream.
Well, should we make our way down to the seaside?
I don't know why you said it like that, but yeah.
Yes, say it weird, but okay.
It's because I'm remembering walking on the beach and how there's like sand fleas and stuff, and it smells kind of weird down there.
Sand fleas?
Sand fleas?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome!
Oh no.
I didn't think they could survive, let alone thrive in conditions like that. And I've seen the sick lands.
It's specifically where they exist is on the beaches.
I'll keep an eye out next time.
I would have been happier if I was unaware of the existence of sand fleas, but sure.
Now you know. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you guys make your way out, and you do notice that as you're heading out, Pure comes running out to chat with Pride, and it sounds like they're going to walk together to go to her next appointment, and he's just playing security for her.
Good.
Yay!
So let's see here. So you guys are here, and then I'm sorry. Where would you like to go specifically? To the docks?
Yeah, basically down to the docks to wherever we can.
Yeah, what were we told was happening at the docks was like, oh, some shit's fucked up.
Weird dreams here at the docks.
Weird shipments that are cursed from the other place.
Yeah, basically, people have been talking about how at the docks there's been more and more discussion of like people having really like awful night's sleep, having kind of nightmares and things of the sort. And yeah, all that kind of rigmarole. So here, let me boop, boop, boop. And bing. And I will toss some icons out on the map.
Man, not happy about the fact that half the music doesn't work for me this session.
Oh no!
I don't know why. This isn't a problem I usually have. Babe, I swear this never happens. Yeah, no,
I don't know why. It
really
doesn't even
funny.
matter how hard you try.
Oh. Okay, that one's working for some reason. The past couple, what it was displaying as the current time out of maximum time for the song was like 0 minutes 0 seconds out of not a number.
Yeah, that'll happen sometimes. But yeah, no, you come to the docks, and you see that there's people like unloading various shipments and things of the sort, and there are blue jays, and there is the occasional like keeper that is also about, but not nearly as many as you would expect.
Hey, Redpath, you think that friend of yours is still around here? Might be able to help us.
If he's not over on the Hairsif estate, he's probably down around here somewhere.
Is this a slime woman?
Sure is.
That's a Samir.
Oh.
Sometimes they'll have more of like a liquid appearance.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, I see.
Rad.
My mind has been expanded.
Yeah, I imagine he's probably around here somewhere, though. If we want to talk to like actual workers and stuff, probably down around this end. Or we could go into a bar and bother people while they're having a drink, you know.
Let's bother the stranger we know instead of the ones we don't know first.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You do see Artigan just chilly chatting. Jesus. Yeah, he's got a, you know what? Yeah, Cannon. He's got a cup of chili, and he's just like chitty chatting with.
Chili chat.
Perfect.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, he's just got this nice cup of chili, and he's got a spoon. He's chitty chatting with an Ifrit and a Gripply.
They got a chili stall down here. Let's go.
Yeah, do you want to get some chili?
We just had lunch. It's okay.
We don't need chili.
Six in chat, Columbo moment.
Columbo moment. Lovely.
God. Oh, one more thing. Yeah.
You say you got a chili down at the docks, but that stuff's great. My wife loves it, but I hear that was only an hour after you had lunch. Now, my wife calls me a bit of a glutton sometimes, but I gotta ask, how'd you eat that chili so fast?
Hey, stranger.
Hey, nobody. Wait, that's not what I wanted to say. That's rude.
Wow,
Hey,
okay.
well,
you said turn around.
No, don't go. Oh, fuck. No, I wanted to say something other than stranger because it sounds like I'm stealing your thing. Hey, new. Hey,
I
Redpath,
usually
how's it
go with
going?
so-and-so.
So-and-so. That's good. Hey, so-and-so. How's it going?
We're down here doing some sleuthing. What are you up to? Who are these folks?
Sleuthing? You do notice that this Ifrit gentleman actually does have like a Hairsif garb, and then this Gripply is also chitty-chatting with them, and it looks like just like a regular old sailor. And Artigan's like, yeah, I'll move my boat for you in a moment. But, like, we have our own things to do here as well, man.
All right, but just, like, make it quick, all right?
And he kind of scoots on off to go talk to his other guys about it. I gotta move my boat soon. But, we were just discussing about transportation for Oleander and whatnot.
Oh, does he have something special planned? A big trip?
Well, I mean, he wanted to come into the city and meet with some folks. I don't know, it was kind of sudden. So, I'm just doing my job and eating chili.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, and this
Can't
this
help but
guy,
wonder if he has a 2 p.m. appointment.
maybe tomorrow.
Interesting.
You don't know. Interesting. Huh? It's all coming together. Evil. This Harsif Ifrit kind of looks at y'all. Oh, I think I actually know you folks. Yeah, you were popping on by the Horde yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that we were.
Yeah. All right. Well, best of luck to you.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, Artigan, I'll start getting the boat ready for to get some room, and then we'll swing on back for Oleander. Yeah, appreciate that. Excuse me, folks. And he just makes his way off. So, what brings you to the dock specifically? I know it's more than just to say hi, and you can't have my chili.
We just ate. We heard some rumors that people have been having just awful night's sleep around here. You know anything about that?
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that more specifically just because I don't stick around the docks too long. Because I don't know if you noticed. Yeah, sure, it's well guarded. Looks at the Blue Jay. Well, it's guarded.
They're doing their best.
I'm actually gonna sit on the little ledge here. I'm tired.
All right. It would be awkward if I didn't sit with you. So he sits down. But yeah, no, I've been hearing more and more from sailors that they're getting these nasty dreams. And when they wake up, they don't really.
You can all sit if you want.
All right.
There's no benches down here. Nash?
Let me
Yeah,
roll
Just
for
gonna sit on the
Artigan.
edge and dangle her legs over.
Let me roll for Artigan, like intelligence and paying attention to conversation. Okay, he knows a little bit. Yeah, no. So maybe I need some spooky music. Hold on.
Yeah, no, we're getting spooky here.
So, I would normally do gestures to make it more intimidating, but I'm not done with my chili. So here's the deal. I've been hearing some sailors talking about how they get these nasty dreams, and most specifically, like, it isn't just here. Like, they'll leave the docks to go sleep at a hotel or something like that. Like, they're not landlocked here. But it is consistently with sailors. And most specifically, one ship that came from Behemoth.
Ah.
Yeah, it just ported in recently. And that's honestly, it's a big reason they haven't left yet. It's bad omen, some sailor stuff.
Is this owned by a certain family?
No. It's kind of I guess, lack for a better term, it's a free ship. Does its own thing. There's plenty of ships that are, making travel between Goliath and Behemoth that try to remain as neutral as possible, just because with the rising tensions, you don't want to be too affiliated in case something, blows up.
Is it a passenger ship, a cargo ship? What is it? What is it?
Big old cargo ship.
Cargo.
Yeah. Now, I've heard rumors, and you can't really rely on rumors, but they're fun. I've heard tale that this ship has a habit of bringing in specialty items for nobles. Things you want to keep hush-hush for the most part. And it's nothing like, let me make this clear, he puts his hands up. It's nothing like hard drugs or, things like that. But there have been discussions of, like, maybe a dragon egg and crap like that.
Oh!
Yeah. So, but he shrugs.
Contraband, but fun contraband.
Funtraband.
The best kind.
The only kind you should do. If you're gonna do it, I mean. Like quickly covers himself and takes another
You heard
big
it here
spoonful.
first. You should do contraband.
But yeah, no. So that's what I've heard at least.
Have they said if the dreams have been about anything in particular? Is there like a connected motif between them, or is it just various stress dreams between them?
He shakes his head. That's the weirdest part. From what I've gathered, is they don't really remember much of anything. But this is the part that I think is really intriguing. So, not long after they wake up, they've been a little more ballsy in what they do. What do I mean by that? What I mean is there have been times where these guys have a shit night's sleep and then, like, no fear at all, they'll just, like, punch another guy. They'll just start a fight. Don't care at all. They'll just do it. And obviously, as the day goes on, they get wiped because they just had no sleep and they got their ass kicked. And then, yeah, they kind of surprised they even did it.
Huh.
Now, I don't think it's mind control, because what a dumb use of mind control.
But,
Well,
you would be very surprised.
yeah. I mean, I'm no magic man like you, but I also feel like that level of mental manipulation, that's hard to do, especially with this number of crew members and this, like, sporadic, you know?
So, your
Doesn't
theory...
sound entirely dissimilar from some of what's reported at the university, does it? Now, that one's not linked to sleep deprivation or nightmares exactly, but this sort of low-level, I'm doing something that I wouldn't normally do, and I can't quite articulate why or remember it.
Sort of passive awareness.
Yeah.
So-
Could be a coincidence, but...
Could be. You said this is only happening to, like, that specific batch of sailors?
He thinks. That's what I know, at least. It might be happening to other people, but that ship in particular has been very vocal about it, so.
Interesting.
Yeah. He shrugs. Sorry, that's kind of all I know. I try to keep my nose out of rumors and things like that, because...
No, that's a good thing. Probably, I would appreciate if this is the most you got involved with this entire situation.
Yeah, and really the only reason I get this much is because I got a drunk sailor that comes up to me and goes, "Hey, man, there's some crazy shit going on." And I'm like, "Sir, I'm working." And then he just starts talking, and I just don't have the social etiquette or skill to make him leave.
Oh, you just walk
So-
away
You
when that
never really were good
happens.
for the bedside manner.
But I was standing there. He should move.
That is a
like
fair
points a
counterpoint.
spoon. But, yeah. Well, all I do know, Red, is he looks over at you. Just be careful. This sounds
you know, I always
weird.
am.
Yeah, well, all right, I'll take your word for it. But, I don't know. Either way, it sounds like some behemoth shit.
Well, thank you for telling us what you do now.
Yeah.
We'll be sure to keep you thoroughly uninvolved.
Oh, good man. I would almost be willing to share my chili, but I just finished, so... No.
An empty gesture, then.
I just finished,
But
so if you want it, you'll have to kiss me and suck it out of my mouth.
I'll pass.
But, yeah, kind of dusts himself off. Anything else you need from me?
You want to maybe, like, completely rat on whatever Oleander was doing with his secret crush?
Artigan puts his hands on his hips. Give me a diplomacy check. Or persuasion. I always forget what it is.
Yeah, it's
Diplomacy.
diplomacy in this one. Let's see. WB. Okay, here we are.
Huh, alright. He's normally a hard nut to crack because he doesn't want to get involved with anything. Puts his hands on his hips and sighs. All I know is that he needed to meet with someone immediately.
Perhaps
all I
at
know.
2 p.m. tomorrow. No,
Well, it wouldn't be immediately if it's tomorrow.
yeah, 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
No.
today.
Immediately, or as soon as is convenient.
Yeah, I mean, I was personally enjoying company of Tabitha, that nice elf gal that works at the Harrisif Estate, and he came blazing in and he's like, "I need to go," and I was like, "Well, I don't have power to say no because you employ me." So, yeah, we left here, and he said, "Just wait for me."
And is he still out there?
I haven't heard him. So,
And how long ago was this?
I mean, this was only we only got here about 10 minutes ago at most.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I was under the impression this was hours ago.
No.
Probably, you were one step away from being a forlorn maiden looking out over the cliff to the sea that claimed the person you'd never see again.
Holding your cup of chili.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be romantic. But no, I'm just sitting here waiting for that old guy to be done.
And do you have any knowledge of where he went, or he just left and could have gone anywhere?
Shrugs. I try to keep my nose out of things.
Yeah, that makes sense. No.
Because then if rascals like you, he points to all of you with his spoon, get me in trouble, I have an alibi of I didn't know shit, so I couldn't tell him shit. So.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Some days I wonder, should I be more helpful? And then I realize how that could really bite me in the ass, and I say, nay.
You've done enough, Artie. I think you've done plenty.
Thank you. And that's the other thing. I'm a hard worker already. I do enough. So.
Where'd you get the chili, by the way?
Oh, he points back at the little tavern. Yeah, they do chili during the lunch hour.
For the future.
It goes quick. Which reminds me, I might just get another one. They actually give you a discount if you refill the same bowl. Keeps the environment safe.
That's very cute. Actually, you know what? I want chili. We could talk to sailors in there. I'm sure there's one or two from that boat in there right now.
I do kind of want chili.
Let's go get some, Nash.
Steak was little small.
All right, we can get chili. We just ate, but we can get chili.
You don't need to get chili.
If everyone else is getting chili, I'll get chili.
I'll split one with you, Maze.
All right, that'll work. What will happen
next time on Ebon Ward?
Sure, we get chili.
Next time we split chili.
Yeah, we could call it there because I know Lamb's throat is kind of cutting out, and I feel like this could maybe lead into more things. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, it'll make for a nice cold open of us eating chili.
Yeah.
Guys, I really want chili now, or chicken parm.
I always want chicken parm.
God.
Will the chili taste good?
Dude, I'm getting chicken Alfredo, especially for my birthday coming up. I'm so excited.
Oh my God.
Goodness. It
does sound pretty good.
I might get some chicken parm tomorrow. I love chicken parm. All right, yeah. What will happen next time on Ebon Ward? Who knows?
I hope that we'll get to tackle that little side dungeon of the lizards, and then I don't know. I want to go on a midnight ghost hunt.
Yeah.
I also wonder if there might be a funny way we can try and tail Oleander or find out who he was meeting with.
Oh, almost certainly. But we'll have to figure that out next week.
Next time on Ebon Ward.
Hey, chat. We're gonna go through fan art soon, but hey, before we do that, we have a Patreon. Consider supporting us there if you haven't already. That's what pays for all the neato artwork that you see in these streams, which is pretty cool, if I do say so myself.
Lots of new stuff will be popping up because we got to see Regal.
God. I could be making chili. I could make a big pot of chili.
Stop it. We also have a Discord. If you haven't joined it already. It's our community hub. It's where discussion happens. It's where the weekly schedule is put, and it's where people submit their fan art. Speaking of, do we have an Imgur? We do. Who made it?
It's by Box of Bees.
Thank you so much, Box of Bees.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, this makes my life significantly easier. Ebon Ward 116. There's nothing inherently wrong with collecting an assload of side quests. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Oh my god.
At the top of the pile from Yet No Bananas.
Oh, Chadwick.
I just yeah, that's the slap I. So funny.
That's the ticket, and that's really funny. Thank you so much. Then from and from Eternal Savvy, I'm beginning to feel like a rap god.
I hate it. I hate it.
Thanks, Savvy.
Outstanding. Aw, there she is.
That's from Katarina. Aw, isn't she cute?
Yeah.
Creature.
It was great. I had reached out to Kat and I was like, hey, I need an alchemist for this place. And I know I want them to be an Ifrit, but I leave the design entirely to you. And she fucking crushed it. I love this.
She
Really
did,
cool.
yeah.
That's very, very nice. Good job, Kat.
Lovely. Thank you.
Then from Salem.
Yeah, I'm transhuman.
Wait, I thought I was the transhuman one.
Funny.
I love that caddis so much.
I think my other favorite thing about this one is the sound effect "ka-hair."
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That is really good.
That's very funny, yeah. Then from Yet No Bananas. Aww.
Marigold.
Little rainbow.
Little
Aw.
rainbow.
How
Lovely.
cute. She
Thank
will
you
be the
so
star.
much. Oh my god, skipped. Maze, I'd like to introduce you to a family member. Your brother, Clint.
I do not know. I am so out of the loop with the Clint
This
thing.
is a joke for me and Will.
Yeah, no, or anyone that was a part of the most recent Ace Attorney stream for the last 10 minutes of it.
Oh, fantastic.
God.
I am amazed. God, Skip, were you actually awake for that? Holy shit, bravo.
God, I love this picture of Maze, though. It's still as funny
really
as it
good.
was last time.
So funny. Thank you so much.
He's good. Then from Mario Fan 63. Answer the hypothetical. Would you or would you not let your hyper-intelligent cow play football?
Oh dear goodness, what in behemoth is football?
I'm the one asking the questions here, Poppin' Fresh.
Holy shit.
What a fucking callback. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Derek. And from Yet No Bananas.
Howdy, I'm illegal everywhere but Texas.
Shoot.
You, I'll tell you what. I like Flair, she's a dumbass.
Yeah, she is. Thank you, Yet No Bananas. Eric Destiny. Yeah.
I'll do it. You know I will.
So will I, bitch. How you doing?
Quick
Destiny?
icon
Who's the
change.
sniper from the cathedral rafters?
Regal aiming at all of them.
Then we're Yet No Bananas.
Oh,
Very suspect.
very suspect.
Saw that icon change as soon as I brought it up, and I was like, "Oh,
Just a little bit fishy, suspicious. Thank you, Yet No
God,
Bananas.
thank you so much.
Goblin Pink.
Don't.
that's
Want that Fortnite glurp?
that is certainly a way to draw Dia. That's really intense."
This is her in Addis mode.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then from
Ooh, that is also a way to draw Dia.
That
Look
it
at
is.
that. Oh, that's so
really
fancy.
How very pretty.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And from Bacon Dave.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
But I'm an adult.
Yes, you are, dear. Yes, you are.
Thank you, Bacon Dave. And from Cow Lickers.
Hey guys, how are you?
They took my fucking eyes.
Thank you,
Jesus.
From Yet No Bananas.
What profound thing to say over my chicken parm?
That's my chicken parm!
Oops.
Mine now.
Here, take chicken sandwich, which is what you wanted anyways, but did not want to conform to the table.
You fucking hipster.
I'm from G.I. Buy my fucking merch. Here comes the money.
money.
Very good. Thank you so much. I'm from Skull Snurn Van. Pierce Snurn Van.
There she is.
Thank you, Skull Snurn Van. From Bacon Dev.
Is it hot in here, or is it just you, Red Path?
Why are you pouring blood? Oh!
Oh no!
Thank you, Bacon Dev. From Goblin Pink.
Come, Charles, we have some lives to ruin.
Oh my god. The cheekbones.
My mother was a pufferfish.
Ah, yes.
Melf.
There you go, Goblin Pink. And from Skull Snurn Van. Yeah!
Yeah!
Thanks, buddy.
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go. I do believe there is one more.
One more, eh?
I just snuck on in.
Oh!
Drop it in the roll 20 for me if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. One moment. Beep, beep, beep. This is from MD.
From MD.
Look at that.
Wow, isn't that lovely?
That's so cute. Oh, I love this. This looks great. Thank you so much.
Super pinchable. Very nice.
I love how big her gloves are. That's great.
Chonky.
Chonky gloves. Ah, well, thank you, folks.
Yeah, thanks so much for submitting all that stuff. And Will,
Hey,
thank you so much for running this. This was a pleasure.
thanks for playing. Yeah, no, I realize this wasn't action-packed, but you guys are just like all the side quests, so yeah.
I mean, like,
them up.
we gotta know what we're working with.
Yeah.
And I feel that's important. Yeah, thanks to my fellow players for being here and being present. You guys made this an absolutely wonderful experience. Give yourselves a pat on the back. And chat, thank you all so much for being here as well. Your support means the absolute world to us. We got a lot of subs earlier. That is always super appreciated, but like, you don't have to do that to show your support. Just the fact that you are here at all already means the world to us. Thank you so much for being here this time, and thank you for being here next time. Say goodbye, chat, everybody.
Bye-bye!
Toodles.